Hello.
Hello and welcome everyone. It's your boy Logic, and we've got Human Boy, of course. Say what's up, Human Boy.
Not much, just chilling, ready for a great best of seven.
Hell yeah! But welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be here with the best of seven with a champion showdown for $60 nonetheless, with VoidLolz up against RTK Honeynut. Now, who's your champion, Mr. Human Boy?
Honeynut is a legend among the RTK community. He's like the Green Knight for Bretonia. Shows up whenever you need him. True champion of the people. Believed in the Beastmen before the patch. Just a kind soul and an excellent individual.
Fantastic. And of course, I have Mr. VM VoidLolz, one of the best vampire count players in the game, going to be on the side of Logic. So, what's your predictions? Please tell me, Mr. Human Boy.
Honeynut 4-0.
Honeynut 4-0. God damn it. Coming through with the full sweep. Okay. What does everybody else think in chat, though? What does everyone else think? Are we thinking we're going to see a swift 4-0 here from Honeynut, or are we going to see a win here from Void? What do we all reckon? But welcome, welcome, welcome. Looks like we do have Mr. Contender. Welcome, sir. We have Mr. Muckluck. Mr. Aldelmo, how are we? Is that of Ontario?
And apparently Honeynut's won every tournament you've ever hosted.
Has he?
Apparently, according to Contender.
I mean, probably. Contender probably is right. I mean, Contender normally is right. How are we doing, CJ? And, of course, Mr. Human Boy in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, let's get this started. So,
Blackhorn.
we are going to be starting here. We are going to be doing Pick 3 Band 2 for the first 4 games. And then we'll move into Pick 2 Band 0 for our normal best of 7 regime. This just allows for the later rounds for us to have not too many bands to... Because there's not so many factions when we've gone through 4 games. We've lost 4 out of the 15 factions each. We want to make sure there's at least some pool to pick from towards the end. So there should be some room. We have as 40, 20, 80, 04 to Void, Void to Good. Well, it's like 3-1 to Void. I don't think 3-1 to Void would win, CJ, but I like the approach. 4-0 to the Nuts, apparently. Mr. Blackthorn, how are we?
The first pick from Void was, I believe, Vampire Counts, Beastmen, and Wood Elves, banning Bretonian High Elves. Honeynut counterpicked with Norska, banned Wood Elves, and Void settled on Beastmen. So we have a Norse versus Beastmen first game.
And do you know what? Do you know what I think? I actually do not think that is so bad for the Norskans. I actually think this is a matchup Norska can do actually quite well in. I've had some chats with Katam, who's probably one of the better Norscan players in the game, and he says he quite likes it. Don't know what your thoughts is on that, Mr. Human Boy?
I think Norska's a pretty expletive deleted faction. I think they're god-awful, but when piloted by Honeynut, anything is possible. I think Void's in big trouble. He's going to lose.
So I generally think if you do matchup for matchup, you got infantry, or at least infantry trade wise. I think I like the I just like the Norscan front line. I think it's very cost efficient. I think it beats most of the Beastmen front line, and then you've got skin wolves and all things with anti-large and armor piercing that can do pretty well here. I think so. I think they've got the tools to win. And of course, we are going to be starting on Southern Chaos Waste. So things, good range. It's going to be pretty good here. Skirmish cavalry is going to be pretty nice. So, Beastmen have that advantage as well.
Contende saying, and Contende is a Beastman main, also as a Beastie Boy, this is my least favorite matchup. So apparently there is some...
Yeah, I generally think this is a tough one. I think this is one of their better matchups, I must admit.
Huh. Makes you wonder why Void picked into it. Maybe he doesn't know that, much like... Well, Void has been playing Beastman for a while, but I guess I didn't know.
Is a pretty strong Norscan main. But we have 2 Chaos Spawns, so lightly armoured. In the sky, we have a fair Manticore. We had the Groghus of the Wolf's Run, some of the most competitive picks at the moment, with that Drunken Bravado for that healing, leadership, and that perfect vigor. It looks like we are going to have a Brave Shaman with Traitorkin, and it looks like Brave Scream, I think. It is going to be Brave Scream there to delete that infantry in the front line. We are going to have some Mongol Spears, 4 units. Dotted in with also some Centaur, just normal Centaurs, Poison Warhounds, and some Tuskor Chariots. Talks the Brass Ball to finish off the roster. Should be pretty interesting. What have we got over there for the Norskins though?
Honeynut, triple Marauder, Chaff front line with Marauder champion unit on each flank,
Ooh,
so
that's
more
bold.
elite but still shielded infantry. We have 3 Familiar Warriors, all with great weapons in the secondary line. In the back line, we have 4 Marauder Horsemen, no Horse Masters. We have Familiar Balefiend of Fire and Wulfric the Wanderer. So a lot of armor sundering and armor piercing on this lineup, ready to deal with Torix the Brass Bull. Wulfric does not have the leadership AoE ability. Instead, he just has Seafang and Hunter of Champions. So I think Torix will be in real trouble if he slams straight in.
So I really like the thought process of Honeynut. I think actually taking Marauder Horse Masters is not good in this matchup, and the reason being is throwing axes there just become more cost efficient. I think just taking Marauder Horsemen that don't pay for that armor and don't pay for that range. I think you're going to get a same cost efficiency trade. It's actually just going to be reduced there if you take Horse Masters.
That is true. And we are off. Now, the Tuskor Chariots won't take very much damage at all from the basic Marauder Horsemen, but the rest of the Beastmen lineup doesn't have a lot of armor, so you don't really need the armor piercing of throwing axes or the slightly better weapon strength of the Horse Masters.
So we've got Grokhus, so we've got the Sons of Goros as well for the magic damage there on the left. Not too sure why we brought the magic damage in. Not a lot here has physical resistance as far as I'm aware. But we do actually have normal Centaurs, 2 normals, and only 1 throwing axe with the Grokhus. So there's not too many throwing axes. So actually dealing with these Familiar Warriors could be difficult. There's not too much AP here. And although we do have Chaos Spawn, not a lot of AP from them.
That is true, though unbreakable troops against low leadership armies can always be a bit of a problem. And Norska, while they're not as low leadership as Skaven or Beastmen usually are, they are still decently cowardly. Skinwolves especially, if they had been present, have famously low leadership. But they're not here. Familiar Warriors actually have pretty decent leadership, so I think the Chaos Spawn are trying to fight something that isn't on the map currently.
Yeah, I think for them it's going to be getting into that cheap infantry and marauders, trying to stick away from those champions because they'll do them pretty dirty. I think here in the front line.
The Tuskor Chariot's actually dealing with the Marauder champions right now, and so far hasn't taken really any damage, just dealing free damage there.
Yeah, pretty good efficiency.
Wulfric in the backline's under attack.
Yeah, he's going to go after that Manticore now, isn't he? He's coming in from behind there, trying to see if he can chase up and do some good damage there. Yeah, he gets a nice hit off, doesn't he? He gets a nice hit off. Of course, the Hunter of Champions can only be used on Lords and Heroes, so we're going to have to be waiting there for Taurox a little bit later on.
Yeah, Honeynut's down 1 Marauder champion already, though. They're about to break as Taurox is ripping through them with his caster and some Chaos Spawn, so that could be a big loss in the early game.
Yeah, we do see Burning Head on the front line, though. We are going to get some good damage up against the Ungor Spit Herds and the Chaos Spawn. So we are going to be trading here, but obviously more efficient trading there, losing the champions. I just don't think they're cost efficient for me, in my opinion. Although, nice Brave Scream there in the front up against the Marauder Horseman.
The very front fight has gone excellently for Norska, but both flanks are not doing so great, kind of falling apart a little bit.
Yeah, I think.
Ooh, and a Traderkin coming in on 2 different groups of Famir.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. That's going to be lots of damage. That's going to be a couple of thousand there. Overcasted as well for some pretty decent damage. Yeah, that's really thumped both units, as you can see.
Yeah, Norska's quite behind on the balance of power at this point.
I think Beastmen as well are going to be headed just because of Taurox anyway. No, looks like there's going to be a sniper attempt here on... yeah, but looks like we are going to be losing Wulfric. I think that will be game here, I think, because Norskas really do depend on their leadership with their lords. They very much depend on it. We saw the fire.
Yeah, looking around the... Sorry, what?
Yeah, I was just seeing that the Familiar Balefiend is now under attack as well.
Oh, I was just going to look around the map and see what Norska even have. They have 2 Marauder units that are decently healthy and Marauder champion, but that's it.
Yeah. Hello, welcome, Mr. Aimer. Tiago, how are we? Metal Norska build. Oh, do you mean mental? Mental Norska build? GG's well played, yes, indeed.
Alright. Well, nothing on the Norscan side really got a ton of value. As we could saw, the game ended very quickly, and they got crumped pretty hard. Wulfric only got 300, Balefiend got 200, Marauder front line definitely didn't pay for itself. Both the champions got around 200 value, which is not what they wanted at all. And the Familiar with great weapons did the best out of the whole army, but that's not saying a lot.
Yeah, and I think we got 1.2 from Taurox, and we got 1.2 there for the Brave Shaman, just from 1 Brave Scream and 1 overcasted Traderkin. It just destroys any low count model. Like Familiar Warriors just really struggled to Traderkin. The focus fully there had to be a feel on the Brave Shaman in the Wild. I think it almost always has to be. Wild magic is and has always been very strong. Frontline does very well
Question.
though.
Sorry, I was gonna ask a question on your pick and ban for this next thing here. If Honeynut banned a Wood Elf from Void's pick 3, can Honeynut ban Wood Elves when they pick 3 ban too?
Once they've banned for the next game, you can't continue that ban. You can only continue that ban. He can only ban Wood Elves again now afterwards. So every 2 games you can reset your bans.
Okay. Okay.
Because it stops him from because now then it gives Void the opportunity to pick that faction again.
Gotcha. Honeynut is picking High Elves, Wood Elves, and Dark Elves, banning none. Also, can you switch the map? What is the next one?
Let's have a look here.
Oakenhammer.
Aha. Let's do this. So we're going to be on Oakenhammer. A pretty flat map. We've got some raises there. You can see the light patches, but nothing really too much. Small selection of trees in the corner, but nothing too much you can work with. Ooh. High Elves, Wood Elves, Dark Elves, ban Lizardmen, ban none. Okay, so it's just banning Lizardmen.
No, it's just banning none. Honeynut retracted that with a no.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Let them come.
I think Lizardmen was a good ban there for Dark Elves and Wood Elves. I think if Void just goes Lizardmen, there's not a lot you can do there, I don't think. Because he just bans High Elves, I think. And it's pretty rough on both of those matchups, I think. But I like the boldness. I like it. Chad move by Honeynut says Aldelmo. Evening, Rusty. How are we? How are we?
This is the Honeynut special. Win through courage alone.
I love it. I love it.
Honeynut's great. If you ever hang out with them and they don't talk in voice chats, but they'll type and stuff. And they're just wholesome. Yes, Void's picking Skaven. He told me he would.
Skaven ban Wood Elves. I love it. I love it. Oh, High Elves could be a fun one. But yeah, Mike coming in with the Honeynut Chadios, my favourite. By the way, Logic, did you get any sleep today? Saw you were online really early today. Sleep has been eluding me for the last couple of days, unfortunately. Sleep has been eluding me. Been working very hard on Twitch and working very hard on YouTube and just the backside content for the Shorebid League and stuff. So just been working really hard.
Damn, dude.
Same with Mr. Human Boy. Of course, if all of you do or don't know him and you have or haven't checked out his channel, go do that anyway. It's going to be in the description. I'm sure some of the admins as well can drop a link in there for his channel. But of course, do go check him out. He's a really, really cool guy. And, we've been doing a couple of these streams together. We want to do some more. I think on the next one, we're going to try and get pictures of both of us up. And obviously, he's going to be moving around his own camera, looking at his own things as well. So we can always get multiple perspectives up as well. And, get both of us so you can see both of us and, sort of cast together as well, which should be pretty fun.
It's always a good time casting with Logic.
Mm-hmm.
Always a good time. Honeynut picked Dark Elves, by the way. So we get to see a repeat of the Game 7 matchup between Chosen One and VoidLolz yesterday. Ooh, and now with Honeynut piloting.
Which side was Void on? Was he on the Skaven side?
Yeah, he picked Skaven and Dark Elves Game 7.
Ooh. What's your theory on this? I kind of think it favours the Skaven. But you're more of the expert than I am. So, and also we are on the beta, which I've only played or casted one tournament of this beta, so it might be different. I'm not too sure.
I think it's even. I've played this matchup a lot with Ice Power, and he's a very prominent Dark Elf player, and he can make it feel pretty bad. Mm-hmm. But then if you play anybody else on Dark Elves, it feels pretty even or Skaven favorite, so it depends. Marathi Double Manticore, when well used, can be a big source of terror. The minus 10 melee attack, minus 20 melee defense, or is it minus 20 melee attack? Either way, the giant stat debuffs can really make it hard to punish the Manticores for the Skaven, because there's 2 ways. Net them in the sky and shoot them, or as soon as they land, pounce on them with Rat Ogres and Wolf Rats. But Rat Ogres and Wolf Rats with 0 melee attack don't punish them and just get terror routed. So that really leaves you with only ranged options. Yes. And if your ranged options get Soul Stealered and then charged by the Manticores, they can also terror out very quickly. That's not to say it's unwinnable at all. I'm just saying they have Dark Elves have good tools. I think it's even.
I think it's a good even matchup. I think maybe the reason I think about it from a so I tend to like try not to think too much from a top 1% level. I try to think from an average play point where I think that handling Warp Gale with some Warped Up Giselles or something like that sort of line can delete Marathi or a Manticore before they get in. Um, Well, he's caused them enough problem where they don't feel comfortable coming in. But yeah, I think on that top 1%, this could certainly be probably a favoured micro matchup where you could probably see Dark Elves be favoured with the micro on their side. And I think it's negative 20 melee attack, 10 melee defense, and 8% charge. So not only are your rats coming in with negative 20 melee attack, it's negative 10 melee defense and negative charge. So they're not even getting any benefits for those 13 seconds they do hit. So it's a lot of negatives for all things coming in.
Yeah, Dark Elves are OP.
Mm-hmm.
Nerf, please.
I still don't rank them that highly though. I probably give them a B tier. I don't think I can rank them any higher than B tier. I think they have a lot of weaknesses, and I think that they are very dependent on the same style of gameplay. And you can always predict what they're going to bring, and there's quite a few matchups that they really struggle in. I feel like.
Oh yeah, I was being a bit facetious. Dark Elves are not the strongest roster at the moment. They just have a couple strong tools, which, as you said, are coming pretty much every time. It's almost always going to be Marathi Double Manticore. That is a good amount of your funds, honestly. It is a good combo, but it's kind of a one-note approach to the game.
Yeah, I think then you're also going to be coming in with your pretty classic front line. You're just going to be seeing Dread Spears, or you're going to be seeing Bleak Swords in the front line, some sort of Scourge Runner, or like Skirmish Armor Piercing Kite, and then you'll probably see some cheap Dart Riders in and around the pocket with maybe one or two Black Hawk Corsairs dotted there and everywhere. So that's pretty much going to be your makeup there for the Force. Maybe seeing some Dark Shards here and there, but not too many. I think it's slightly Dark Elf favoured, says CJ. I'm betting on Rakarth from Honeynut. I think Skaven need to guess the Dark Elf build. Yeah, fair enough, Caradoc, fair enough. Hello, Caradoc, how are we? Welcome.
It's the same chance matchup from Alec Raw. Oh, hey, Ulrich. What up?
Welcome,
and
Ulrich.
Delmo spitting the straight facts that no way Honeynut would bring Marathi. Honeynut is not the type of player to conform. They're a free spirit, free soul.
It also says, Rossi says, if we ain't making money, we ain't making G's. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes, Rusty. Yes. All right, we're in. Maybe I'm too old for that comment. I don't know.
I didn't understand it either. I just let Rusty do his thing.
Rust the Clock coming in. Joined Aimer recently, actually. So well done on that. Well done, dude.
Yeah, some of his games. I think I actually played against him on stream with Murphalurf's LS versus AIMA faction war thing. I had to hop in.
LS have bumped on the scene recently. They've been just getting in there. I'm loving it.
Yeah, Katende, Murph, Jeff and Najar. Who else is on LS?
Nevermore joined. We also have Miss Phoenix. She joined. She's been playing and doing quite a lot of streams as well. There's quite a few others as well that I do apologise that I forget here at this particular moment, but there's quite a few as well that are playing. But yes, let's move into the armies. We have triple rat ogres at the front line for the Skaven. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to let you do this one. You're the expert. I'm going to back off. It's all you.
All right. We got Skaven Slaves as the frontline clan rats on the secondary. Void does seem to like that mixture. He brought the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers for just a little bit more elite clan rat presence. Their leadership's pretty good. Their combat stats are good as well. They do have fire damage, but there's not a lot of things in the Dark Elf roster that are weak to that. Assassin, Chieftain on Bonebreaker, Grey Seer of Ruin with Howling Warp Gale, an extra Scorch, and the Dreaded 13th. Now, you will see 2 Scorches during this battle. There's one bound to the bell. There's one that he took as a spell. That's not illegal. That is perfectly fine. Just letting you know, you'll probably see it. 3 Rat Ogres to trap up Dark Riders, and 2 Gutter Runners with Poison. This is exactly the same build, minus the Rattling Guns, actually, that he took versus Chosen One yesterday. It looks like he cut the Rattling Guns to get a little more front line. They didn't really perform yesterday, so I agree with his decision to cut them. Good build.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this build. And for the Dark Elves, looks like we're going to be going quad shades. I like that quite a lot. Looks like we're going some sort of the Way Watcher there from VoidLolz. And we're going to be seeing some Dark Riders in the back to protect them. 3 units, make that 4 units of naked Dark Riders. The Cathalite Assassin, though, that's an interesting one. Quite like this one here, especially with its no Web of Shadows just coming in with Assassin's Trophy. Maybe here to combatant against the heroes here from the Assassins from the Skaven. Sorcerer of Death there with the aspect of the Dread Knight, the Dark Cloak, Life Leeching and Spirit Leech. And in the back we are going to have some Bleak Swords, 2 units mixing in with the Hellebron Eyebrow, of course, there with those Poison Spears. In the back we are going to have the Foot Mean Blade with the Blood Price, the Demon's Curse, Zarkon, and the Warp Sword of Cain. Also going to have a Reaper Bolt Throw in the back as well for that 350 artillery range. So, very different build here. Something I definitely have never seen the Dark Elves bring indeed.
With Honeynut, everything is a trademark, copyright, license special. If you take these builds, you have to pay them at least a quarter.
I love it. In the back, we
good Howling
have
Warpgale in the back.
Yeah, I just saw that as well. That's a gorgeous play. Going to be getting sniped in the back there from those Warlock Chisellis.
So Honeynut's actually doing well on the skirmish front, firing with shades and then charging Dark Riders whenever they get a chance. And then Natty Poopo sharpshooters in the back are getting a little isolated. Maybe Harpies could jump on them, but it looks like Rat Ogres are being pulled back to cover that. It's a good play by Void.
Yeah, one is broken there, actually. He also used the Warpstone Scroll, which is actually going to reduce the speed and do damage over time. Actually does a significant amount of damage there, actually.
Yeah.
That's going to be
that is a very good play. And Void does something with the Natty Poopos I've never really seen Skaven players do, is he never puts them inside of his formation. Yesterday he was putting them out front, now he's leaving them behind, and he just seems very comfortable to, you know, charge around and defend them that way, but he just doesn't want to put them anywhere near his formation for some reason. I don't know why, but more power to him, I guess.
Yeah, I think also like a lot of people, like where Void is excellent at his micro, they're actually not slow. I see 38 speed there that can speed up for that range unit. You know, they're not slow, they're faster than most infantry units, so I think perhaps maybe he just feels confident.
We do have a Dreaded 13th summon behind some of the shades on the back line of the Skaven, and trapped between Stormverm with Halberds and Rat Ogres, they are going to take a lot of punishment very quickly.
Yeah, they're going to get deleted down to 22 models. They're going to break -3 leadership up with those gone. Shades are getting pushed by Gutter Runners as well. Unholy Clamour going down for that leadership and vigor. I love the Unholy Clamour. Ooh. Warlock Giselles have sniped as well. The Cathalite Assassin, he's getting bent over as well.
Yeah, it is looking pretty good for the Skaven at this point. A Scorch comes down onto the shades.
Yep.
The 2 shades that aren't broken are very damaged.
Yes. I think the one thing that, in my experience of playing Void myself, is he is one guy, if you make a small micro mistake, he's on it like that. He's on it. He is on it. There's no getting away from it.
But we have the Foot Meme Blade charging Skaven slaves. Yes!
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Let's go! We actually...
let's go!
Oh, he's got
the Harpies...
No, he hasn't.
Harpies actually got onto Natty Boobos. They did get Howling Warpgale, but that's just a net, so they are still currently attacking the sharpshooters, but they will get collapsed on by some planets. Yeah, they actually get back into the sky a little bit here.
In the front, Assassin's Trophy on the Assassin. Assassin on Assassin dueling here in the middle. We are going to be having side against side here, both having Assassin's Trophy and Rifle High Talisman going down. That's going to be 23 melee attack for Cathalite.
Yeah, Canadian Assassin's better. If both of these debuffs were off, he will 100% win it, but it's about breaking him before then.
And you can see the Assassin is going to be winning another nice Scorch there into the back of the Hellebron Eyebrow. And this is looking like a pretty decisive win yet again from VoidLolz. Just trading effectively everywhere on the park, I must be honest. In the
Shades did have a hard time finding a good target.
And that is the problem. And I think that was also why we saw them kept backing a little bit there for the Warlock Giselles. Obviously, then they can't get sniped by those sneaky range. Dark Rider's getting caught by Rat Ogres in the back, pretty effectively there as well. Shades in the backside going to get pushed by some more Rat Ogres. But you know, it's these small micro mistakes. You know, you've got Rat Ogres that are not 36 speed. Sorry, they're like what, 54 speed, 60 speed, catching units that are 92. It just shows just how switched on Void is, and alert he is around the battlefield, and his micro presence is just so large.
But we still have Malice, who is now to Zarkan in the center of the formation.
Yes, he is, and he's going to be going strong. And he's actually one of the... I think he is the only legendary lord that when he dies, he doesn't give any negatives to leadership. So you won't see that negative 16 to leadership there when he does fall. So there's the one advantage of bringing Malice. Zarkan is also actually going to be clearing up those natty bobos.
But army losses is a powerful force, my friend.
It is true. It is just going to be Zarkan versus the world, and he will die. So I don't think he's going to be able to rout all of this force in the time he dies, but he's certainly going to give it his best shot.
He's gonna do great.
Going to get in here on Zarkan.
Thinking about the Dark Elf build, I like the concept of Shades to take out weapons teams. They can do very well there. Now, Void zoned them very effectively. But I think 4 might be a bit of an overcommitment. Maybe 2 is, enough. I don't hate Malice.
4 was quite a... No, don't be sorry. I was just going to say 4 was quite an investment.
Yeah. I don't hate Malice. Now, was Honeynut, being the Chad Honeynut we all know and love?
Yes.
Yeah. But, Malice himself on his Velociraptor can actually be good versus Skaven if, let's say in a world where Marathi gets nerfed, right? Because right now it's just objectively the best choice.
Oh, by far.
But Malice is an insane duelist, unbreakable when he transforms, does a lot of AoE damage, has a bunch of debuffs, all these sorts of things, and Skaven are super reliant on their lord, so if you can just grab Malice, put him on his Velociraptor, click on the enemy lord, and forget about him, he can be very effective there.
This is very true, and I think, for those 4 units of range there with the Shades, we needed to really target the Grey Seer, and we need to get on top of that Chieftain, because that's when a lot of the Bands of Power is going to get held, and for me, they just, because they weren't able to get on there, that 4 units of range that were put into gameplay there were never really going to pay for themselves, or they're never going to benefit the force in the way that they needed. As we can see here, 52, 12, 280, and 160. You'd be lucky if they got a combination of nearly, not even 500 there between 4 units of Shades, which cost, I think they're 950 each, is that correct?
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
So, I mean, he still managed to wipe out a 17 stack force, but I don't know, maybe going a little bit more in the front line with some more bleak swords, and then maybe just taking some dark shards instead with some shields might have been better. What do you think? And then I think actually, even with Mimas, that might have actually been pretty decent.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, the Dark Riders are good at chasing stuff off, but you need to route stuff first. I guess the Shades could kind of be for that. But as you mentioned, there's maybe too many of them. Harpies are a decent shot, but Skaven are going to bring Howling Warp Gale because they're expecting Marathi Double Manticore, so they're ready for flyers anyway. I would cut the Harpies, cut 2 of the Shades, and improve the front line. That does seem like a good trade. Maybe a couple Cold One Knights just to really pound through some stuff, hunt down Rat Ogres.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea, actually, and I think also maybe even investing into some Black Ark Corsairs, because what are you really, if you're going to be shooting Warlock Giselles into Black Ark Corsairs, it's not really a good day for cost efficiency anyway, because you're going to be wanting to, you're not going to be putting those into shooting your Black Ark Corsairs, are you? You're going to be having those, so you're going to win the front line, and then the pressure's on Void then, perhaps, just as a thought process.
Yes.
So it's going to be 2-0 to Void. Feel free to jump through the numbers if you like, my friend.
I mean, 2-0 to Void. Void's already picked Beastman and Skaven, so he can't pick that as part of his pick 3 now. Honeynut can't pick Norse and Dark Elves, though I'm pretty sure most players wouldn't be too upset that they've lost those 2 factions out of their pick pools.
I think one nice thing that just shows the ability here of Void is 1.3k there on the Assassin that came after the Cataphrolite Assassin, which is by far a better pick there on efficiency. It's still getting 1.3k up against 244 there from the Assassin, so it's a nice way from him. 2 abilities on Assassin for me that makes it one of the most powerful support heroes in the game, where you have that ability for the negative 40 melee attack, the I always forget the ability's name, but that would then also with the Assassin's Trophy on top can be very good at stopping heroes from coming in and sniping, and you can just debuff massive 40-meter areas. and buff your troops as well with the Gracia Plague and the Gracia Ruin. I think it's just
Oh, you meant
such a
those
good unit.
numbers. Sorry.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I just realized that. No, on the Dark Elf side, I did scroll through them a little bit. All the shades got under 100,
Yeah.
which is pretty bad for their cost efficiency. I had already moved on to the pick and ban screen, which I think you'll find a happy surprise waiting for you on the other end.
Oh, really? Void. Norska Chaos Wood Elves ban none. Oh, dear.
He's adopted the ban none. It's a Chad fight.
Beastmen ban none as well. Okay, so
Yeah, this is what I want.
what
This
is
what I want.
what is the map is the question.
Oh, that's a good point.
Let me have a
Prague.
look. Prague. I actually really like Prague. The only one weakness I have to say about Prague is it does have a small. It is smallly downhill for one side, but apart from that, it's a pretty decent map.
Oh, we're getting the Honeynut signature build. I can see it on my screen because I'm not streaming, so I can click on it. Yeah, Honeynut loves this build. Always takes it.
I love it. I love it.
Doesn't even know what his opponent is. He's got the build ready. That's good.
Hey, Tabitha, how you doing? Yes, I'm. Felix as well. I believe in the reverse sweep. Yeah, I think we all believe in the reverse sweep. Now, this is not going to be a best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a best of 7. So it's going to be the first there to 4 wins. So, of course, here we're still. Void is 2 away there from picking it up. Mr. Loopy, how are we? Prague is weak to Kolek. How do you know? How do you know, Loopy? Is Honeynut even trying to get a win? Yeah, I think Honeynut has just come in absolute gunning here. I mean, Quadruple Shade was the way to go with Malice Mean Blade, and it just clearly wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. It was a true coin flip of memery.
Void going the Norska. The counter matchup to game 1.
Maybe Void can show us the way.
Nah, dude, Honeynut's gonna show you the way with the best build in the whole game. I love this build.
This is the way. I love it. Everyone seems to love memes. Big sad. None of my fav muti are rat ogres. Oh yeah, the mutant rat ogres are always fun. I would have loved to have seen from Void for him to bring Zekrovich. I love seeing Zekrovich.
Who?
Is it Zekrovich? Is it Zekrovich? What's his name? The big rat.
The big monster?
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh, Gorich.
Oh, Gorich. Oh, I'm thinking
Yeah.
of the YouTuber, aren't I?
Yeah, I was like, Zerkovich coming in here.
God damn, yeah.
Skaven Legendary Lord. All right, yeah. Okay, I got you. For a second there, I was like, what's going on? I wonder what Zerkovich has been up to. Last time I saw him, he was streaming Battlefield.
Yeah, he also did a Cav beta release, I think, which was pretty interesting. His first one was on pre-patch, and then he's done on post-patch now, which was interesting. It was an interesting watch. You know, obviously, I think a lot of people are liking the current patch. I haven't heard any negatives so far. Yes, Gorich, Mr. Contender. Yes.
Yeah, Cav Beta's been pretty sweet. I mean, all it brought was a little bit of a charge buff to cavalry, and not even like a damage buff, but it was just so that they didn't get wrecked on the charge.
But for me, and the one thing I really love about it that CA have done, they could have been really lazy and gone, oh, we're just going to give them melee attack or something stupid like that. We're just going to give them more charge bonus. No, they looked at the interaction between the models and they really got in there and made a change that's going to affect the game without really flipping the game on its head, where cavalry just becomes stupidly powerful or stupidly stupid. You know, they really looked at the interaction of the game and said, well, we need to work on the deeper level to make this better, which I think was key. I think it really was.
Big agree. And we're in game 3.
Gonna finish off my cup of tea.
All right, I can already start to tell you about Honeynut's build before it loads up. It's Centigores. It's just Centigores. If you have a Centigore, get 4 of it and then switch variants. That's all it is. 4 throwing axes, 4 great weapons, 4 regulars. He's done this to me so many times.
You know, the best quote ever, right? So Aldelmo Zekrovich, the big monster, Logic 2021.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Ah,
Thought I saw a Beast Lord. All right, yeah, it's exactly what I said it was. Followed up with a Beast Lord on
you did
on a
see
Razor
it. You
Gore.
did see it, Beast Lord.
He has
Oh my
Born of the First Beast,
living God.
Apocalyptic Vision, a Brave Shaman of Wild with Traderkin and Viletide. Nope, Devolve. Devolve and Traderkin. That's the whole build. He's gonna run at you.
Yeah, Devolve is pretty good. Traitorkin, Jagged Dagger, yeah, Bestial Surge.
Oh, I think he's gonna win! Look at the Norska build!
Holy Lord. Okay.
It's exactly what he wants to see. Let's go!
All right. We're going to have Centaur Great Weapons. Yeah, mixing with all of them as well. Throwing axe is nice. So for the Norskers, we are going to see Horsemaster, Horseman, and Horsemasters. Horsemen, Horsemasters, Horsemasters. So 4 Horsemasters, 2 Horsemen. Skinwalls Armored. Skinwalls the Wolf Working. Norska Warhounds. Wolfred the Wanderer. The Ice Wolves. Norscan Wolves. Armored Skin Wolves. And another Skin Wolf Working. That means no Winds of Magic here for Void.
Wait, Void has no magic?
He has no magic. He's gone 2 Skinwolf Workins.
Oh, let's go.
One
And the Senators with great weapons are gonna.
Chad play. Yo,
Dude, the Senators with great weapons are gonna wreck these Skinwolves with their armor.
Logic Human Boy, what is the difference between pyromancy and necromancy joke? One is about sick burns, and the other is about mostly comebacks. I don't know if I get it.
Pyromancy's fire, sick burns, necromancy, raising things from the dead.
I was all about comebacks, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, having that flew over my head, mate. Nice showdown when one of players don't even try win. Looks pretty poor. I mean, there's also an element of like showmanship as well. I think, Alec Rao, like there's an element in this game as well. Like you can win, but also sometimes you need to play the way you want to play. You want to have fun. I mean, to be fair, if this works, like this, and you heard Human Boy say it, right? This is the way he likes to play. So, if he likes to play this way, he likes to play this way.
Yeah, like if you scrim against Honeynut, it's just you're getting stuff like this. He plays the game how he wants to play it. He's not super like try hard about winning. When the meta shifts, he barely changes his playstyle. And he got here. I didn't pick Honeynut and just like it's going to be funny to watch him lose. He won a tournament to get here.
Yep, same with Void. Void won the same tournament, and I think this build can win. So actually, it is a great pick if you think about it.
Yeah. The skirmish phase is going to be pretty rough for the Beastmen, but if they can get involved in this build, they will 100% win.
I think if they come together, if the micro is on point, and they come together and they really fold them into a corner, there's nowhere for them to go. Horsemasters will do well against Centaurs, but not amazing. That's a miscast. Okay, cool. We're gonna get away with that.
Yeah, looks like it might have been canceled there with a different devolve. Some Centaurs are trying to get involved with the Marauder Horsemen, but the rest of the force is falling a bit behind, which could be.
Oh no! Hundreds of champions on the Beast Lord. Oh no, we got
that could be bad.
Got Ice Wolves on, we got Wolfric in. It's looking pretty bad. It's looking pretty bad. No. Yeah, we are.
Centaurs do have to charge in and bail them out of there, and it looks like they will start to now. Now, Norscan Ice Wolves are terrible with their leaderships. They immediately run away. And now maybe Wolfric could be the one who gets trapped up, possibly. The Void is picking apart the Beastman force at his leisure pretty gosh darn well.
Yeah, we need to get a little bit more involved with some of these Centaurs. Some of the Centaurs are hanging behind here just a little bit. Some of them a little bit out on the side, a little bit idle. And he's going to get picked apart if he goes one by one. He will lose that way. He is going to have to get full on, just go nuts to the wall and try and see if we can really push into this backline force.
Yeah. Wolfric took a lot of damage in the end, and it looks like the Beast Lord is going to pursue him a little bit into the woods, but he'll get peeled off by some Norscan Warhounds here. But Wolfric is down to go.
No, it's Norscan Warhounds. Yeah, they're ripping him apart. He's gone down to 1.8k, wavering on leadership. Skinwolf Working's in there as well. Have you seen that?
I know there's 2 of them around the battlefield. Trees are really hard to see what's going on in. The armored skinwolves are in there along with the
Yeah.
werekin.
Yeah, and we
He'll
do
do
manage to
pretty
get the
good.
beast lord out, which is quite nice. We need to get some traitor kin in as well. Try and see if we can get a traitor kin on this blob of just skirmisher in the middle. Skinwolf working, I just wouldn't bother fighting it. I just wouldn't fight the skinwolves or the workings. You can outrun them. Just come over here and start fighting the forces of the skirmish, because the skirmish are going to delete you with only 35 armor.
Yeah, the skirmish cap for Norska did really well, and Void was super on point with abandoning flanks that were going to lose and just highly capitalizing on any flank he could win. And the Beastmen ended up running around the map looking for a
Yeah.
fight they couldn't get.
And army loss is not going to be because the amount of damage here to the majority of the Centaurs. They are pretty weak, but actually I think it's going to be the majority of the damage to the Beastman Lord. He holds a lot of balance of power, and that's going to shift. There was a really nice snipe there from him, and that's GG's well played army losses. Fantastic win there from Void.
Void is a terror. I'm sure if anybody's run into him on Anticity Ladder or even just in a quick battle, you know it's a tough time.
Oh yeah.
It's a tough time to fight the VoidLolz.
I mean, most of his units have like broken value as well, so we can see that apart from Wolfric at 570, 345 and 150 there for the Skinwolf working, but they couldn't get involved, they were just too slow. But this skirmish gal, 500, 620 for the Horsemen, 1065, 765 there from the Marauder Horse Masters, 760 and 580 for the Horse Masters. We have 617 for the Norscan Warhounds with 450 for the Norscan Warhounds as well. For the Ice Wolves, 650, 1,100 and 850 for the Armoured Skinwolves. What about Honeynut?
Honeynut, we got 700 on the Beast Lord. The Beast Lord actually did okay. When he got ganged up on by a bunch of stuff, he was having a hard time. But when he got to 1v1 Wolfric for a little bit, he got some really good hits in. Brave Shaman of Wilds only got 169. Looks like he was having a hard time landing those Traitorkins that he wanted to. All the Centaurs got picked apart for the most part. Some of the throwing axes got some good value, but that's because they could get value from a range, while everything else had a hard time finding the fight it wanted.
There's only one unit here that broke 400, and that was just one unit of Centaurs with the triple bronze chevron.
And the Beast Lord.
Yes. This is very true. I think that this is a beautiful army, but of course, when you're going to try and out-micro a man of just pure micro, he was born from micro. He was molded by it, and he comes through with a win here today, I think.
Oh. Okay, I saw... So this is what happened with the Magic in the next lobby. Honey, I was talking about it. Devolve got changed with the patch. And if you saw, I made a good number of bug videos when the patch first came out, but Devolve got changed to a single target rather than an AoE. And you can target the floor, but not an AoE. So you can target the floor with this AoE, right? Then they change it to a single target. But they didn't change the fact that you can cast at the floor. So Honeynut casted Devolve on the ground, which is what he meant to do, but he meant to slow down. So on the far side from what we were watching, well, I don't know what you were watching. From the far side what I was watching, you saw his big flank coming in, and you said they all need to get involved, and they were kind of having trouble. He tried to cast Devolve over there and catch 3 Skirmish Cav and an Armored Skinwolf and slow them down with Devolve. But he hit the floor, single target, didn't do anything. And then that entire engagement didn't happen. He's typing about it in the chat right now, but all of his wins of Magic, which is an advantage he had over Void because Void didn't take a caster, were burned on something that just didn't work. And he didn't get the slow, so he didn't get the engagement he wanted, and then it just looked like a wet noodle. But it was clearly just some rough times with the wins of Magic. So that bug is still in the game. So if you take Devolve, for one thing, it's single target now. That's not a bug, this is a change. But 2, if you don't get your cast exactly right, you can just click on the ground and single target the ground, which I'm maybe not making that clear, but that's like casting Fireball at the floor.
Yes, it's a complete waste of mana. Yeah, it's a complete waste of mana.
So that would explain where the Traitorkins were. He was out of Winds of Magic because he tried to Devolve, catch a Cav blob, but he forgot its single target now.
What's up? No Kane, no gain. How you doing? He says, now this is gaming. I'm sure you believe it is. I'm sure you believe it is. Alright, I got to play him during his provisional matches. Oh, which one's that contender? Is that Mr. Lolz? Or is that
I believe it's
Mr.
Mr. Lolz.
Also, again, I have no idea if you're being sarcastic or not. I don't know if you're actually genuinely enjoying this or you're just, you're being sarcastic. But I don't know.
This might be the first time I've ever seen Void take dwarves. If he does,
I think he will. I think he will, and I think he will. I'll happily go through the army, and show him how it's done.
Ban Chaos Dowie.
Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go.
I have never seen Void
I
play
mean,
dwarves.
you got TK and Lizardman. The dwarves actually not a bad pick, to be fair. I think here you have to go Lizardman, but I think for whatever reason, Honeynut is just gonna go TK.
He plays TK more than Lizardman.
Yeah, that was my exact thought. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
It's almost like we know what we're doing, right? Almost.
Yeah. I know Honeynut plays a good amount of Tomb
Yes,
Kings. It's maybe their third favorite faction.
I gotta say, I like Norska build. I like the Norska build. Whom from, Catan? Was that from Void or was that from Honeynut's original? Which one? Because we've had Beastmen versus Norska from both sides now. To be fair though, when I did some of my stats there for the short bid league, actually, the one true thing that showed up, at least for new players, Logic, you have a complaint from downstairs. My floor isn't as solid as I thought it was. Wait, what? I don't know. Stormrunner sent me something. He said, "You have a complaint from downstairs. My floor isn't as solid as I thought it was." I don't know. Sorry, Storm. I don't know what I did. I did something about downstairs, but I don't live with Storm, so I don't know what's happened here. But something's happened. I'll find out. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm confused by it too. I'm like, wait, are you guys neighbors or what's going on?
No, I have no idea where Storm lives. But yeah, no, I was going to say, so from the short bid stats, over 2 seasons, vampire counts have been below 30% win rate, where there've been some factions that are doing very well. But this obviously isn't in the beta, so obviously we'll be switching to beta next. But it's nice to see, things like Dark Elves are doing well, Beastmen are doing well. So obviously, a lot of Beastmen, and Norska just will only pick 13 times out of 420. And in this one specific best of 7, we see Norska twice, which is quite nice. It's nice to see some Norska gameplay, I must say. Oh, yeah. Voids, right, yeah.
I would like the Skin Wolf. I think one Skin Wolf and a caster could be good in that matchup, as Katam's saying. Oh. All right, this is a build.
Okay. We can see a Ushopti kite. I'd love to see a Ushopti bone giant kite. I'd love to see it. What were we saying? A lack of winter magic would be bad, but double working is really good for sniping heroes. Lord's chat. Yeah, I actually like workings. Like, I really like them. Did you say 13
workings
out of 420?
are great.
Yes, I did.
They're just
workings
just
are
on
great.
a not optimal roster.
Yes. Ruinous Flesh give them I think it's 93 armor and 20% missile resistance, and they're very good armor piercing, anti-large. They're relatively fast as well for a foot infantry. They are more expensive than they should be, but they're still good for their cost. They're not optimal, but they're still decent.
I wonder what Void's going to take as dwarves. I wonder if he's going to take the ethereal hero of that faction, because he's taking the sub faction.
He might do. Would that be a bold selection? I actually don't think it would be that. The only thing he'd have to stay away from is the Kepler Guard, I think.
And Spirit Leech.
Oh yes, well of course, assuming that Honeynut brings Spirit Leech. If he brings Nekahara magic, he could be in trouble.
That whole lore of magic feels very underwhelming to me. I know Tomb King's mains like it, but it just doesn't feel that great.
It's because it has that healing involved with it, right? For me, when I bring Nekahara magic, I just bring Incantation of Protection and Incantation of the Cursed Blades, and just continuously keep casting them as much as possible, just to keep getting as much healing as possible in the faction.
Yeah.
I just put it on my expensive entities, and then just keep those alive as much as I can, and just keep them fighting as hard as they can. And yeah, I see what you mean. I think that also Arkan's the best Spirit Leech in the game, right? So I think just not bringing him is crazy for me. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I reckon Honeynut's got an absolute Chad strategy. I think he's gonna. This is but the prediction. I haven't seen the army prediction. We're gonna be seeing Casket of Souls with the legendary lord that can take it. What's his name? Katep. We're going to see Katep on a DJ machine. We're going to see another DJ machine mixing in with a Bone Giant and Ushabti Kite with a few skeletons on the front line. That's a gameplay. That's what I want to see.
Close.
Really?
I can see the build, and you're close-ish.
Oh.
Yeah. There's no Bone Giant.
Thank you very much, Mr. Marklock. Going to be sharing the Discord there of Humor Boy and myself. Feel free to join into both and come see all of the amazing content here on YouTube from the Warhammer scene.
Join the Hummus Boy. I don't know why I like that nickname so much. I just do.
What, your nickname? Hummus Boy?
Yeah, Jay Phoenix calls me that once in a while, and now it just sticks.
Do you eat a lot of hummus?
Well, I do, actually.
All right, from
hummus
the
is
TK,
great.
you split it apart. Show me what we got.
Doom Scorpion, Kemrian War Sphinx, Casket of Souls, Ark in the Black on his horse, I believe. Yep, he's on his horse. Purple Sun and Spirit Leech. We have 2 Skeleton Warriors, 2 Skeleton Archers, just to bring the model count above 300. But it is mostly the Ushaptis, as you were mentioning in the launch screen, a Casket of Souls instead of a Bone Giant. Otherwise, same principle. It's actually like this is actually a competitive build. It's, it looks like a meme, and it's in Honeynut's flavor. But this is a thing I've seen real Doom Kings players play for all the people out there that are criticizing Honeynut.
See, like Purple Sun of Zexrus is good, but the problem is for the mana the mana take, and it does like major magic damage. It's not that great for me unless you're getting it on range units. It's not that great. But from Void, what we're going to see, we are going to see Blasting Charge front line. Yeah, pretty decent there. We're going to see some Thunderers dotted in the back. They are very needed. Trollhammers, not so much, but I do like to see them here. Good fire and magic resistance. We are going to see some Dwarf Warrior front lines with those shields, so very good indeed. They're pretty wide. In the back, we are going to see some Slayers, Giant Slayers, and Slayers. In the middle pocket, we are going to see a Master Engineer with the Fire Ring of Tori and Flashbang. So very good there. And we are going to see Thoric Ironbrow on foot, nonetheless, with Rune of Slowness and the Rune of Hearth and Home. We have Double Engineer, and the other one has Fire Ring of Tori. I do not like the Thoric Ironbrow setup. I think if you're going to bring Thoric Ironbrow, you bring him on his Anvil, or don't bother bringing him at all. Even just for the Rune of Doom with Rune of Slowness. Like, just drop Rune of Hearth and Home, and put the extra 250 gold cost into getting him on an Anvil, and I think you've done pretty well there, yeah. Because like the thing that Dowie struggle with is just melee attack, so bring a Rune of Hearth, bring the Rune of Speed and bring the Rune of Doom. You solve that problem.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of melee investment with all these Slayers and Dwarf Warriors and Miners with Blasting Charges for a build that you're never going to get into melee with if it's, played to perfection. So I think Tomb Kings might be okay. Their biggest problem is going to be running out of ammunition, and they're still dwarves standing. But you do have 2 large terror-causing monsters to cycle charge around if everybody's low and low on leadership, so it's possible.
I also like, there's no cannons for the Dowie. Also, I like the positioning here of the Casket of Souls. We can see it right on the edge here. We can see the rift that is actually going to protect it here in the backside. So what you can see here is there's going to be a nice, good lit protection for the casket where it can shoot over the top, where no cannons could hit it if we did bring any at all, which is a very nice pick. We are going to be shooting in the front line against the Miners of Blasting Charges. We are moving forward. We are juking. We are doing all the great things that VoidLolz is good at. But those Blasting Charges don't have many homes. Now we are going to see on the left-hand side some Skeleton Warriors and 2 units of Skeleton Archers, but nothing to get into.
I'm a little concerned because the Casket of Souls can have a hard time with very thin lines. It's generally an inaccurate piece of hardware, unfortunately. So it can have some bad RNG. But look at the Slayers! Oh, Lord!
Yep, they are getting
you see them take that?
Yep. They took a Ushapti to the face.
It's Chosen of the Gods. That spread shot is really getting them, apparently.
Didn't know, were Ushapti have a spread shot as well?
No, just the Chosen of the Gods. Normally Ushapti fire, just single arrows. The Chosen of the Gods also run out of ammo really quick, though, in my experience. I wonder if it's because they reload faster or something, but I don't know.
Yes,
they always run out of ammo.
Significantly faster as well. I don't think it's close. 7.7 to 9.9. So it's like significantly faster. 2.2, so you're looking at over 20% faster, which is amazing if you ask me.
Void's getting very spread out, though. There are Thunderers at the bottom of this hill that could actually be attacked by this Khemerian War Sphinx. One nice little charge on it. He will pull away very quickly.
This is it. So what you can see here, and you're very well picking up on that. Dowie are very slow at rotation. Now, we do have some Slayers inbound, and we are going to see some dropping back here with the Giant Slayers. But this back line here is now open. You needed to move Arkin in and moving him now to get on those Thunderers to shut them down and get some free damage. But you can see that back line is very vulnerable.
Yeah, and Honeynut does have a skeleton summon with Arkin that they can throw on any ranged unit pressuring them. Ooh, Purple Sun!
Yes, sir! Purple Sun on the range as well. That's a nice Purple Sun. But as you can see, the caster is on the left, so the caster movement of the Purple Sun for the first 2 seconds is going to be away from the caster. So if the Purple Sun was actually put in front of the Thunderers, it then would have moved onto the Thunderers. So unfortunately, they're not quite going to be getting too much damage there.
Arkin is taking some damage from Thunderers shooting at him. Tomb Scorpion is trying to charge on the front, maybe rout off some of these Dwarf Warriors. Looks like it's actually maybe going for Foot, Thoric, Ironbrow, trying to get a little bit of damage onto him.
Good pick. He'll really struggle with that. Flash one going down though, negative 24 minute defense. I actually think Thoric fights that then. I think Thoric fights that. He wins that pretty strong.
He uses a Rune of Slowness to just get out of there instead. It looks like he doesn't really want to deal with it.
And of course there, he can just move him with the Giant Stairs. Giant Stairs will literally mincemeat the Scorpion. Although his animations are gorgeous. I love a Tomb Scorpion here in this matchup. And it's such a pain to play against, but it is a very good pick.
Casket of Souls is bombarding that big clump around the Tomb Scorpion as well.
It's a very good place here from both sides. In the back though, we are continuing Shopti up against Mines of Blasting Charges. We are actually having the Skeleton Archers having to hold back the Slayers here in the backside to protect the Casket of Souls. But coming around the casket, oh no, we can see it here in the back. The Slayers are going to be pushing onto the casket. The casket has fired a lot of ammunition though. It's down to 9 now out of 22. So it's done well. It has done well. Put it on guard mode. Try and see if we can get a couple more volleys out. And see what we can do with it.
Yeah.
Realm 2 though coming out. We are going to hit Realm 3 soon. And then get that Yushupti summon in. Where'd you put that Yushupti summon?
Probably on the Iron Drakes, Trollhammer Torpedoes.
Yes.
Probably them. It's another Purple Sun in. This one getting much more damage.
It does.
Almost
it goes
out
away from the caster, but it goes along the line of the caster. But now it's going to be random, and it doesn't last very long. I thought Purple Sun was always longer for 18 Winter Magic.
No, only if you overcast it.
Khemerian War Sphinx is getting absolutely decimated here in the middle pocket. Liber Mortis is going to help protect with 40% damage resistance. Leadership will keep it wow, it's negative 60 on that leadership. It's not happy, let's put it that way.
Yeah, it is going to crumble away. Shopti Summon comes in, trying to probably snipe the Lord just to keep the Tomb Kings in this game.
Yeah, just to keep the balance of power going, right? And they do have anti-infantry. It's not huge. I believe it's 5 anti-infantry, which only gives them up to 28 melee attack. Let's have a look there. So, yeah, 5 infantry. The reason I dislike Yushupti so much is the fact that, if you bring the Yushupti Great Bows, their melee stats are so much better. But the normal Yushupti just have 23 melee attack. It's just garbage.
I've not ever been impressed with Ushopti. They're decent little blockers, but you can see them getting wrecked by the Giant Slayers and Trollhammer Torpedoes coming in here with Thunderers as well. That will probably be the end of it.
We got some Chosen of the Gods in the back. They can certainly kite against the Dwarf Warriors. We still have Arkin online. He's pretty weak is the problem. Another Purple Sun here, which is going to be on top of the Great Bows. We are going to move away there with the Dwarf Warriors and the Urkrim Miners. They are going to get hit, but yet again, the cast is going to go away from the caster. So unfortunately, you wouldn't have hit any more of that infantry. So if the caster had been a little bit closer to the caster, and then it might have gone down the line there of the Dowie. So unfortunate there. So break it down to me. Break down some Honeynut stats.
Casco's got 800. Khemerian War Sphinx got about 600. Tomb Scorpion got 5. The Ushopti Great Bows all sat around, let's round it to 300 apiece. So they struggled a little bit. Arkin the Black himself got 300. They did good work versus Slayers. They did get caught a couple times by Dwarf Warriors while other things were being microed or something. Got dragged down a little bit there. And Void didn't take Longbeards or anything worth shooting. He took Miners and Dwarf Warriors that are, cheap for Dwarf standards. And when the Ushabti could shoot Slayers, we saw they did good damage, but Void actually kind of kept the Slayers back near his ranged pieces after the first couple volleys did about half health from that one unit. He was like, oh shit, and pulled them back. So
Yeah.
they did struggle.
I think for me, double Tomb Scorpion with Arc in the Black with just Spirit Leech. You just Spirit Leech spam, and then you bring in the double Necro. No, not is it double Necro Tech? Does he have the restore? You bring in double restore basically. You just heal like the Tomb Scorpions with a bit of assistance from Skeleton Warriors, and you bring in some of the Carrion just to deal with all kinds of range, just to allow yourself to delete that front line. Then you kite with your Shotty Great Bows. I think that's just a great way we're dealing with dwarves. I think that's kind of like the only way you can deal with dwarves, really, because blasting charges are just so devastating. The other way is you could kite them with horses, because they have no shields. They do have 80 armor, but they will take damage. They really do take damage more than people think they do. Just think about them as the same as Black Art Corsairs, really. They're no really different. The melee stats, of course, are a lot worse, but they're very susceptible to getting shot. But 130 for Thoric Ironbrow, 950 and 330 there for the Master Engineer. I don't really see any firing of Tories, if I'm honest. 110, 150, 100 and 0 for the Blasting Charges. 130, 23, 74 and 40 for the Dwarf Warriors, with 500 for the Urkran Miners, 1.3, 1.46 there for the Slayers, 915 for the Giants, with 1.1, 350 for the Thunderers, and 1,360 for the Trollhammer Torpedoes. So yeah, very nice game.
All right.
GT's
Sorry, I
well
was just
played,
messaging
and
the
enjoy the
peoples.
prize, Mr. Void. Yes. So we have been online here for an hour. So I don't know what plans you have, Mr. Human Boy, but we could potentially cast a few people if we wanted to. Is maybe a few people wanted to join into the lobby. We could just do maybe a King of the Hill style for a little bit.
Sure, if you want, I can come back in.
Cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, who would like to come play? So we're going to say GG's well played to Void. We'll do a King of the Hill style, which will literally be first come, first serve. So the lobby is going to be, what was it? Was it Logic Best of 7?
I believe that's what you titled it, yes.
Yes, Logic Best of 7. And what it will be from there is the password is potato with a capital P. So come join in, and then we'll cast you with some random maps. And we'll have Human Boy pick the maps. He can come in and smash it. So what you guys can do, if you really want to help out me and Human Boy, I'm going to say thank you very much for everybody that's watched so far. If you've enjoyed it, please smash that like button and subscribe. It really does help here on the channel. And the same there with Human Boy. Do go pop over there. It's in the description. And I'm sure here's some of the guys. Free for all, says Void. Maybe we could do a free for all. We'll see what the people want. We'll see. I'll tell you what. We'll leave it. We'll put up a poll. Let's say normal King of the Hill. We could do a Ranalds King of the Hill. What do you reckon? 2v2 King of the Hill, Human Boy?
2v2 King of the Hill? Oh, yeah, I understand that. Sure. For some reason, my brain was like 2v2 free-for-all. Logic, that's not how free-for-alls work at all.
A free-for-all King of the Hill as well. Right, so what would you guys like? Give me a quick smash up there. Tell me what you guys want to do. But yes, and on the other side as well, if you want to support both of us, do hop over onto Human Boys as well. Give a subscription and smash a couple of likes there on the videos. Give him a couple of watch as well. He's an awesome guy with some awesome content, so go check him out.
Well, thank you. I would plug your channel, but we're literally here. I think they know how to get here.
I hope so. Got some messages. So GG, well playing to Void. No, you said he got a bit of a win yesterday as well. He went home with a small cash prize, and he's going to win another cash prize today. So Void obviously smashing it here as per usual.
Small cash prize being $100 for that and $60 for this. So it depends on your definition. All small.
Yeah, so he's earned himself a a good amount of money here in the last couple of days. So well played to him. He's played very well. Free for all. So it looks like we got what we're going to do, guys. We're going to leave it up for a couple of minutes. We're just going to sit here, chat, relax, have a good time, and then when we get ready. So it's going to be the lobby, logic, best of 7. Logic, lobby, best of 7, password, potato. So first come, first serve, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to hop in and you want to play, come jump in now and you'll be able to play whatever it is that we have going up. No Vermintide 2 option. Unfortunately not, we played that last night. Right, so it's a bit of a tie at the moment between the free-for-all King of the Hill and the Ranald's King of the Hill. We have normal at 25%. 12 votes so far, so I'll wait for you guys to do that. I'll make a small announcement there on the Discord. And take it from there.
All right. RTK Adelmo's in here in the lobby.
Nice.
If we end up doing the regular or Reynolds King of the Hill. Okay. Oh, Adelmo says hi.
Hey, dude.
And then left us in the cold. Does Human Boy play Vermintide? Of course I do.
Human Boy is a very good Vermintide player.
Brilliant and Barden.
Barden's my
Adelmo's game crashed. Adelmo, no, don't let it be true.
No, Adelmo.
Go, Rusty. Rusty's here now.
Got to switch. We are on the beta, Contende. We are on the beta. I'm not on the normal anymore. I'm on the beta from now on. So unless you've gone back to the old one, I'm not too sure. So it looks like Ranald's King of the Hill is going to be the first one.
It is?
Ranald's King of the Hill is at 47% at the moment.
All right. That's a pretty good lead.
Oh, there's a sneaky vote in there. I wonder who that came from.
I did vote for Reynolds, yeah, but
Someone's coming with some votes. Yeah, I was on live to play some quick. Oh yeah. I think actually finding some quick battles would be difficult on for sure. Yeah, it would be for sure difficult on the new beta, which is why I kind of wish that they just go with one or the other. Just like, you know, I kind of like to say it's here at the moment. Just go for the cat beta. Just go for it. Go for it. We're all in. We're all in on nothing. Keeping the community together.
yes.
Yes.
I have received a message from Void.
What is he saying?
Yep. It's about payment stuff, but I'm just making sure it went okay. That is what I entered. Okay, good. Yeah, in the chat, no gain saying Human Boy is an elf player in Vermintide. Yeah, because there's no Skaven option, so I default to my normal preferences.
Don't you worry, I don't do any elfy stuff. Don't you worry. I don't do any of that despicable stuff.
I love taking the short bow that you can fire really fast and then just becoming a Gatling gun. It's just...
I like taking the Trollhammer torpedo because it's insane.
It is. I don't think I have that DLC where you get all the extra weapons.
Alrighty, so it looks like it's very close. We'll give you guys a couple more minutes. It started 5 minutes ago, so we'll give you guys a few more minutes. Have you got? So what have you got coming up soon then, Mr. Human Boy? What's going to be on the channel? What's going forward from your side? What have you got going on?
I had a lot of commitments to catch up on. So this weekend I've been streaming every day some various event that I had scheduled, but I am going to slow down a little bit. Probably do about 2 or 3 streams a week. And tomorrow we have a Skaven interview with Hadries and Chosen One and myself, where we'll be
Whew.
answering community questions about Skaven.
You guys do not
Um,
want to miss that. That sounds awesome. And of course, you did do a recent stream with Turin, didn't you? And some of the others as well for your Empire. Is that correct?
I did.
Yeah, so you guys need to check out that. Of course, you want to see the man, the myth, the American legend. You need to pop over there and watch those two going at it. Yeah, I've actually been loving your I've been loving like you doing your interviews and going through all of the factions. It's been really fun like to like watch the community interact and have these nice discussions with good mains of those factions.
Yeah, and there's a bit of memery about it too. It's not all high level.
Yeah,
Do you think
yeah.
37 melee attack or 38 melee attack is appropriate? Sometimes it's like who would win in an arm wrestling contest, Karl Franz or Volkmar? Like, there's a mix
I
of
mean,
serious stuff that'll help you
it's
learn the
got to be
game and
Volmar,
shit to
isn't
keep
it?
it
Like
entertaining.
a man with a tash of that size, it's got to be Volmar. It's got to be Volmar.
Probably, unless Franz is holding Gal Maraz in his other hand, then he might get the power of Sigmar in his veins.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the power of Sigmar in his tash, though. We all know when it comes to Empire, the bigger the tash, the bigger the meme, the bigger the strength. It's just what happens.
Spoken like a true dwarf main.
DPS, Ironbreaker, Unchained, Witch with WS, SOT, Elf are my faves. I don't know what any of those things mean or what any of those things are much like, but yes, 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 yes. Beauty Pageant was peak. Human Boy, yes, yes, content. I love it. I haven't seen it, but I
Contende and
love it.
Murfworth. Contende and
Murph,
Murph were
left,
with
left.
me for that one.
Left, 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 left.
Murph, Murph.
Ducky had the biggest trouble trying to say Murph name. It was amazing. It was funny. I loved it. All
Murph
right, so it
speaks a
looks
language
like
all his own.
right. What we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna open up the lobby a little bit more then, because it looks like actually Free for All King of the Kill is gonna be making it in. So we're gonna leave. We now have 2 more slots ready to rumble. So we'll change it to whoever's in the lead. So we'll change it here, and we'll go on to Troll Country. And what we'll do with the free for all, we'll make it interesting. How do you feel about a sub faction free for all, Mr. Human Boy? What if we made it sub faction and Ranald's gift?
That'd be smart.
All right, let's do it. All right,
I could probably do 2 of these before I gotta go walk the pupper.
the papa. How was the papa?
She's good. Rambunctious, but good. We recently got a robot vacuum thing for Grace's birthday, and the dog does not like it at all.
You got a what? Sorry, you got a.
It's like those little robo vacuums. They're like discs
Oh
that travel
yeah,
around
yeah.
your floor.
The ones that you plug in and you give them like directions and.
Yeah, Grace wanted one of those, so her parents got
Nice.
it for her, and Hazel's not a fan. But she'll be okay.
So what we're gonna do
She'll
here, I think I'm gonna keep Grombrindle and Thorgrim in. I'm gonna take out Thoric Ironbrow because we see him a lot. We're gonna take out Vault Mothergrim for sure, and we'll take out Carla Franz. We'll keep Gringor in. We'll drop out Grom the Paunch because we see him way too much, and we'll take out Tyrion.
What?
Alright, we'll keep in Tyrion. We'll drop out Alaria the Radiant. Yeah.
Why would you get rid of Tyrion?
No,
Everybody loves Tyrion.
yeah, we'll put in Tyrion.
Oh, do you think Teclis?
Yes, sorry, I was thinking Teclis, yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah. When I heard you cut Tyrion, I'm like, what is wrong with you? He's like never
I
pegged.
was like, oh, he comes on his eagle. He's just like powerful. I was like, screw him.
Yeah, okay.
Take out Wolferic. We should probably keep Queek in there. Who do we drop from Legendary? Drop Throt, maybe?
Throt, Skrulk, either of them.
I never see Scroll. I'm going to drop Throt. Alright, we're going to... Citra the Imperishable is pretty strong. We'll just take out the main faction. We'll just take out Citra. Luther Harkon, we never see him anyway. Should we take out Noculus? Yeah, let's take out Noculus. We always see Noculus. We'll drop Sigvald. Absolutely screw Sigvald. Manfred, we never see Manfred. I'm definitely taking out Helmut Gorst. Von Carstein. Yeah, we'll keep the rest in. I kind of like Heinrich Keller. He's fun. And then from all of this, should we drop out the Sisters of Twilight and keep in Orion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fun. Cool. So we've got a fun set here. We've got a fun set. And we'll start rolling for people. So I'll roll for Void, and you can type in chat with who they get.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mark Clark. I really appreciate it. So, Mr. Void, we have...
Attack the mortals!
Vlad von Carstein with Vampire Counts. Of course he would get Vampire Counts. Alright, so who else do we have in there?
Volzane, Will of Doom, that's no Kane, no gain.
So no Kane, no gain is in there, did he say?
Not so if they get
He's got Belegar Ironhammer.
Okay. I'm sure he'll be a big fan of playing dwarves.
Alright, so for the
He's
next
a dark
one,
elf main.
he's gonna love it. He's gonna love it. I mean, Belegar Ironhammer is a Chad, so...
onwards, legions.
Ooh, so the next one is Tomb Kings with Grand Hippophank Katep. That should be fun. Also, try and make sure they bring the sub-factions if they can. If they can.
Okay.
And who is the last one? Who's the last player we got?
Currently an empty space.
We have an empty space, ladies and gentlemen. Rusty, you going to join us? Who's going to join us? CJ, you going to get in here?
You can't play Cav Beta, shame.
Why can't you play Cafe just CJ? Mr. Sweet Pikeman, do you want to join in? Engineer in Vermintide, Gobra. Engineer is pretty cool. You always like Engineer, I swear. Is Mr. Aldelmo, is he joining us back? I tell you what we'll do is we'll get the last one set up. Get it ready to go.
Okay.
So we have...
I mean, I could hop in there, you could hop in there if really nobody joins, but...
Warriors of Chaos with Archeon the Ever-Chosen.
Oh man, Rusty's gonna be pissed. Rusty wanted chaos.
Alrighty. So we'll give you guys 2 minutes for the next person to join up. Join up. Oh, Rusty's in. Oh, Rusty is in. Oh, I see. So anybody else can join up that would like to join?
Yeah, someone's maybe joining. I got a message from an RTK player that's apparently potentially watching the stream.
Nice. What we will do is I will...
Yeah, they're here. It's Bob Man, the return of the legend!
Let's go, Bob Man.
Bob Man was on my channel all the time when I first started, and then he took a break from the game.
Yeah, the game did get a bit tedious. But we're back. Mr. Bob Man, welcome. You are Chaos with Archie.
The legend returns.
Right, so we are ready on Troll Country.
Yeah. Dude, some of my friends are returning. When I got into RTK, it was with a batch of new recruits. They were all a bunch of fun people, and I think out of the six of us that joined around the same time, I think I was the only one to keep playing.
Oh, really? That's a shame. That's a shame.
Felix, Happy Puppy, Platypus, Bob Man all took breaks from the game, and Felix and Bob Man are just coming back now.
How are we feeling about certain... Nah, try and keep them to... try and keep it to banner rules, but make it fun. I put 12.4k down at the moment. Should I put it down to 10k each?
Maybe. Could keep it a little more manageable, especially on Troll Country.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Then I can't play dwarves in general.
You can. I believe in you. I believe in you. All right, so for everybody that would like to play after this, so the two winners will stay. They'll come on the top of the scoreboards. So for anybody else that wants to stay, make sure you check in with Muckluck here, with the man, the myth, the legend here on the YouTube. He's going to have a little spanner next to his name. Make sure you check in saying, I would like to play next, and then he'll put you in the system as you're next. And then he'll let us know who's in the list who wants to play next.
All dwarves are too large and girthy.
Of course, that's what we're known for.
All right, I'm gonna go grab some water.
Some Vasa. Okay.
You gonna be okay here on your own?
I don't
It's
know.
pretty spooky.
I'm unsupervised.
All right. Well, if I come back and we're down to about 10 viewers, I'll know you really did it.
Welcome, Mr. For Poland. Humor, did I hear dwarves? Yes, you did. Also,
No Kane, no gains playing them.
Yes, Mr. No Cane, No Gain is all over it. Also, hey chat, hey Logic, hey buddy. How you doing, Mr. For Poland?
Poland. Logic wants us to fight a best of 7 on his stream. Think about it.
Oh yeah, you're going to be fighting as Human Boy, or we are going to have Mr. Blackthorn as well. Some of you guys are going to be, yeah, we can fight both, or we're going to organize it between all of you guys.
Same time. Bring it, cowards. Also, hey, for Poland, what's up? All right, now I'm gonna get that water. BRB.
Alrighty, so we got some of the sub-factions in here. So we are going to be having Belagar, we are going to have Mr. Vlad, we are going to have Mr. Bobman here with Archie, and we are going to have Grand Hippophant, Gatep. We should be pretty fun there for a free-for-all madness on Troll Country. We'll do a couple of these, so make sure if you want to play that you are signed in. Yes, you want to come play. You want to come play on the Cav beta anyway. So everything I'm going to be doing from here on out is going to be on the Cav beta. So just make sure you're signed up and ready to go. I think all of the cast now. So I think it was just me, Ducky, and there was another streamer that wasn't on the Cav beta. But now we're all on the Cav beta. All of the content creators are on the Cav beta now. So make sure you're in. Make sure you're ready to check that all out. I'm ready to go. Oh, we have 1 and 2 ready. We are going to have Rusty and Mr. VoidLolz.
I return.
We are ready. Forward for the Moose. 10k apiece just to keep it, sensible here. Not too laggy for everybody's computers. And we should be able to hop in here. So free-for-all King of the Hill was the one that was selected. Let's hop into it.
Whenever for Poland and I practice against each other, the games are always absolute bangers. But watch as if we actually get on a stream, he's gonna like slap the crap out of me, and they're all gonna be one-sided.
Well, I don't think so. I think when you put two legends up against each other in a battlefield, I think that explosions are gonna happen. I think it's gonna be an absolute cracker.
I like Void's build already.
This
shit's good.
Right, you call it. You call it.
For the Von Karsteins, we have 2 Vargeists in the sky. We have some Fellbats to support them if they need it. Graveguard with great weapons mixed in with zombies. And then on the ground, we have Vlad Von Karstein next to a Necromancer on a corpse cart, and a Deathcaster with only purple sun. No...
Oh, a Mortal Will as well. That's quite nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's very nice.
Striking that dirty rod on the back as well. Yeah, all the normal stuff as well. Blood Drinker. Oh, he's got the Oro Dark Grandeur as well. That's pretty interesting. It's quite expensive. It's quite expensive. Right, so for the Darwi, we are going to have Belagar Iron Hammer here on the floor. Coming pretty kitted here, I think. Belagar's going to be coming with all the juice. Revenge Incarnate, Mighty Earthstone Rally, and the Hammer of Angrand. We are going to have, Damar Hammerfist here, the ethereal engineer. With the Flash Bomb, firing a Tori Aristock, and he's going to be unbreakable there. With also the unbreakable Runesmith, Thori Ironbrow. Here with the Rune of Wrath and Ruin, the Rune of Negation, the Iron Warden Shield, and that unbreakable status. We also see Dwarf Warriors, Flame Cannons in the back, with some Slayers, Dwarf Warriors, more Dwarf Warriors, and more Dwarf Warriors in a box. What's next? Who are you going for, Human?
For one thing, I just want to say, Revenge Incarnate. That's my favorite ability name in the entire game.
It is awesome.
Tomb Kings, we have double Casket of Souls, double Ushapti Great Bow, some Skeleton Horsemen, Tomb Guard with Halberds, and a bunch of skeletons protecting. It looks like we even have 2 Nekara Warriors, so a very spicy Tomb Kings build from Rusty.
Indeed, Grand Hippofant coming through with the absolute dubskis. And from the chaos, we are going to have Archie in the front on foot, would you believe it? With Burning Head and the Crown of Domination. He'll be having some Chosen following up behind him. Bobman coming with the true memes and all the plays. Chaos Warriors getting... Oh my god, that's a splash in the front line. More Chaos Warriors. Chaos Warriors, great weapons. Chosen Halberds. Chosen Halberds and Chaos Warrior, great weapons. An absolute memery front line. I love it.
That's a lot of Chosen.
That is a lot of Chosen. That is a lot of Chaos Warriors. And that is a lot of great weapons and Halberds. You've got to say.
Oh, it's the beaches of Normandy all over again. The Chosen are getting messed up as they sprint into double casket and double Shafty Great Bow. That is pretty hilarious. What's Void choosing to do? He's going to go after the dwarves. All right, so it looks like we will have 2 different 1v1s, and whoever lives will fight the other.
I don't know if this is... I think he might just want to avoid the dwarves, because you are going to have the double flame cannons here. The flame cannons are going to... I mean, they are going to come through the trees. But it's going to get tough here. We haven't got any sort of like Wind of Death or anything. So we've got Invocation and Raise Dead. You have to get pretty close to use those. But of course, the Drummer Hammerfist here coming into the front line. He's going to have that Ethereal Engineer that should be able to splat here up against Von Karstein. Vladdy there is going to get absolutely cheesed there as he pushes forward.
I'm watching the chaos thing. I'm over here just enjoying the heavy metal slapping into some skeleton boys, and the front lines have finally collided. All it cost Bobman was an entire Chosen and Halberd unit that got entirely deleted.
Oh my god, that is so much value. 2.3k for Rusty so far. Whether that's going to uphold though is the question. Now, some 2-guard Halberds in the back, they can do some work, but of course they are going to have to fight against Chosen. They can't really afford to fight against anything else. Chosen there with Archie fighting on the right hand side. We do have Grand Hippofant nice and close, but we need to delete his bodyguards. So many Chosen Halberds, man. I don't know how we're going to defend, but it looks like the Vampire of Death is coming over here from Void.
Oh, hello.
She's getting spicy here in the backside.
Yeah, maybe just looking for some free value.
Probably, yeah. We see a Burning Head here for the Skeleton Warriors. I like this play, though, from Void. We'll bring in the Vampire of Death. She's not weak in melee combat. We're also going to have some Vargeists in the back. 2 units of Vargeists.
Purple sun, purple sun, purple sun.
Oh, let's go. That's going to be some value. And that's going to go right down the line as well, because that's going to cast away from the caster, and that is going to delete some Chaos Warriors with great weapons. Lovely work there. They're going to break, and that is some, that's some good plays. So
and the Vargeists are sniping some value on these Ushapti Greatbow.
Yeah, they came in from behind, right? And flame cannons are going off, by the way. The flame cannons are they're doing bits here. They are going down, though. Skelly Summons on top.
Ooh, yeah. I'm just checking over there. I've been mostly watching the chaos thing. It looks like the Dwarven position got
Vlad's getting
compromised.
destroyed.
By Revenge Incarnate?
Yeah, he's getting destroyed by Belegar. Belegar's coming in with the Revenge. And, of course, Thori Ironbrow, they're going to be very difficult to take down. Not many Winds of Magic or many things here that cause magic damage for the Vampire counts here on the battlefield, that is.
Oh, there's more Chaos Warriors than I even thought coming in from the side for Bobman over here. So the Tomb Kings are really in trouble at this point, especially with the Vampire count. Opportunistic flank there. They are not enjoying what is happening to them. Both Cascade of Souls are in real trouble. Kotep's dead as of right now, and the other Cascade of Souls is crumbling.
Yes, that's going to fall down. Oh, you're right. In the back, we have the Great Weapon Chaos. They're going to move him through on the right-hand flank. Getting onto that Ushapti there, trying to see if we can take those down. The Skeleton Horsemen are also favouring on the side of death, with the Tomb Guard Halberds here getting destroyed by a Burning Head and the Vampire of Death. Vampire of Death has now decided to fight Archon the Everchosen to try and see if we get as much value as possible for Void. Void is in the lead there, 6.4k. He's gone with about 10% of his army to fight on up against the Tomb Kings and the Chaos. But here he's still going to be winning up against a full force of the Dawi. Flame Cannon still online. They're going to be smashing it into the Graveguard Great Weapons. Doing some pretty good work here.
Belegar's been beaten up on a Necromancer and Vlad is almost heal capped already, which is pretty bad for him. But other than that, the Dwarven force has been largely shut down by the Vampire counts. I think in general they are in trouble, but Belegar himself is fleeing.
Flash bomb. Oh, Rusty's left the game. Rusty's done. Rusty's finished. Rusty's over. 5.6k for him. I think we'll see the Dowie take over that. I think unfortunately Rusty here will more than likely be finishing in the wooden spoon position. Dwarf Warriors are holding strong here, though. They're holding stronger than, well, some of them are breaking there at about a quarter health, but they're going to hold pretty well here. We can see actually Thori Ironbrow is going to be fighting here, do some good work up against Vlad. Vlad only has 55 melee defense, but 40 melee attack for Thori. Its percentage of chance hit there is not so high.
Vlad is officially heal capped, though, and on the other side, Bobman is rallying his forces on the corpses of the Tomb Kings, and it looks like he is going to waddle across the entire map with some Vargheists standing behind him ominously.
Yeah,
he has literally no range to go fight them.
They're going to recharge pretty hard here, I think. I think these are just going to assassinate units. They get too far on the flanks. I think they just have to go as a tight blob. Looks like we have some units of Dowie, though. They can certainly come back into the mixture. We are going to see, some more abilities here. The Rune of Wrath and Ruin really deleting these Graveguard. I've become more and more to liking the Rune of Wrath and Ruin, but it's never good enough for me to justify taking it over the Rune of Speed or over the Rune of Slowness. What's your thoughts?
I really like it. I just love it for clearing out chaff. Dowie are kind of bad at clearing out chaff. They'll eventually get it done, but it is nice just to drop a Rune of Wrath and Ruin, route off something, and then you can move your Dwarf Warriors around. I like it a lot, but I'm a sucker for damage spells.
No, that's fair. It's nice to have one here for the Dowie. Although Thori Ironbrow is struggling, it looks like Void is going to give up the chase there. Arcane Conduit going down for mana, but in the pocket here we are going to be having Graveguard fighting up against Belegar Ironhammer and some Dwarf Warriors. And Dwarf Warriors are just going to get chewed apart here. Could really have some assistance from Thori pretty soon. Flame cannons have gone down. We are going to start moving the cannon crews away. We kind of want to create a little bit of a screen there from the Dwarf Warriors, I think.
Vlad and Belegar are fighting again. Does he have Revenge Incarnate? He does.
He has Flash Bomb as well.
For the grudge bearer, for the everlasting
Put the beat down on him. Go, Belegar, go!
60% damage, base damage increase as well. So you should be able to thump against Vlad if he hits him. Oh, some big punches coming through. I love to see it. Oh, he's chasing. He's chasing.
As he should. He doesn't really want to sit here fighting these Graveguard. They're slowly
Although
poking
he's
him
coming
down.
after, no, he's coming after Hammer Fist. He's pretty low here, actually. He's going to be down to 1.7k health there. 12,000 damage dealt for Void, though. He's been destroying. And the back side here, we can see some cycle charging into the melee force. We can see rear charging from the Vargheists, doing some pretty good damage here up against the Chosen Warriors.
Yeah, Chaos is having a hard time punishing them. I thought that they would be taking more damage on the return, but I mean, Chaos Warriors are great weapons. Only have 36 melee attack. I guess the Vargheists have 25 melee defense. They are pretty exploitable. Oh, Belegar took a ton of damage.
Belegar's going to be losing to Graveguard as well, right? They're going to be anti-infantry, armor piercing. They're going to do some pretty strong work in there. Invocation going down as well on the Graveguard for a nice bit of healing. Mighty O-Stone actually giving him melee defense, but he's going to get terrified. Now, he will be faster than Graveguard, but he's not going to be faster than Vlad. But he's caught up in his own infantry, so he's not going to be able to catch here. Terror should allow him to come on. We do see some units of the Dwarf Forest come back. That should give some leadership buffs to him. 14 leadership. Is he going to come back? It looks like the Dwarf Warriors are going to create a nice angle for him to get away. Oh, this is close. Dwarf Warriors and Thori Ironbrow coming up against the Necromancer.
That'll be a good fight for them. Necromancers are pretty bad combatants.
33-33, not too bad. But yeah, not the best either. We only have 40 melee attack here for Thori Ironbrow, 36 on the melee defense, so not too far different, but weapon strength will be quite some different.
Belegar rallied.
Belegar
This is the only thing I
rallied.
care about now. If no Kano Gang can grab him, he does. He uses rally.
Rally, and now he's going to be chasing.
Run!
Oh,
Charge!
Void is going to take it. Void is going to take it. They're going to thump. They're going to fight. What have we got here in the middle?
Revenge
Arcane
Incarnate's
Conduit.
definitely on cooldown.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, he takes a
he takes
bad
a big
hit. Oh,
yeah.
no.
70 melee attack, unfortunately. No, he breaks.
He tried.
In the back here, though, we do actually have another Rune of Wrath and Ruin in the back here up against the Graveguard. There's been some lovely damage there from Vol. Vol is going to go to 6.8, take third place. I don't think we're going to be beating RTK here. Mr. Bobman is going to pretty much secure himself second. We are going to see a lot of units are going to be shattering here from those Dowie. Left on the battlefield, we have some Broken Dwarf Warriors. We do actually have Belegar, but he's going to get chased off here. Vlad. Actually, Vlad, there's no point in chasing on free-for-all. If you don't actually do the damage on the model, even if you route it off, you don't get the value. You actually have to do the damage there on the model. So actually letting them come back would be more advantageous there points-wise for Void.
Yeah, this last ghost hero here, Throny, is
Going out like a
It's
champ.
not going to last very long. He has 70 health
72.
left.
Made that 50. Made that 25. And he falls. Like the true champion and legend he is going to go down. I think that we are going to get a bucket load of value, though, from the Chaos coming through. They look pretty healthy. Falls ample. No K, no gain. Just drop here. We are going to shatter Belagar. And we're going to be moving back in with Von Carstein. 1.3k for him. He's going to be still going pretty strong. He's going to have some good health to go forward. 50 melee defense, though, is not too strong, but he has armor piercing and 70 melee attack. He can certainly do some good work.
I think Bobman is 100% going to win the fight, but I don't know if he'll get enough points in the meantime to actually get ahead of Void.
He
But I
needs
do
to get
think
on that
Chaos will be
Necromancer. He needs to get on that Necromancer if he wants to. He needs to kill Vlad. He needs to get on the Necromancer. I just don't think there's enough value here. I mean, if we talk about the Vargeists, what are they? They're about 1,000 each, and they're under a third health. If we use Invocation, we will get some value, so maybe. But we're at healing cap for quite a lot of these units.
Yeah, if Void was cynical, he wouldn't delay this. I don't think he should be healing his units at all. I think you should just throw them into Bobman while they're nice and wounded and let them die.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. But actually healing him, it looks like he's going to go for the win. It looks like he is going to go for the Chad play. We are going to get a triple kill here on the Graveguard. Overcasting, actually not doing any damage to Vlad. That was a huge risk. That would have been a lot of overcasting damage. Arcane Conduit going down
Actually,
yet again.
it's weird, but it's worth the risk in the opposite way, where like we told him not to heal his units for the value, but if you hurt Vlad, Bobman doesn't get the points.
This is true, actually. This is a very good point. Yes, very good point. Of course, if he hits Vlad himself, of course, that's a lot of value there. Vlad von Carstein, what is he generally? Somewhere between 2.4 and 2.8k? Somewhere in that range?
Yeah, I mean, he's cheap for a Vampire Lord, but he's still expensive because Vampire Lords are nuts.
They are super strong. I mean, they have probably the strongest Winds of Magic in the game, and they're very, very good melee combatants as well. You know, 90 armor, 75 melee attack, 55 melee defense when you do bring in the Necromancer here with his Vigor Mortis. Like, it's very strong. It's very strong. Summon in the front, though, we are going to get some zombies in. Zombies will wither down and will prevent a lot of damage output by removing some of that Vigor. But, of course, that's going to be an extra 100 value there up for grabs.
Yeah, and they are going to be killed very quickly by all these elite Chaos Infantry.
A couple of units to the back
Graveguard
aren't
weapons are
fighting.
piling in, though.
And they're very healthy. 77 models here on one. We are going to be having 43 on the other. Looks like we are going to have an overcasted Burning Head that does damage up against Archeon. So not a bad one there. Burning Head does rip through a lot of those units. It is actually going to break and kill the zombies. In comes the Necromancer. That's a big risk. Necromancer will go down to Archie. He's a very strong melee combatant.
This is true, but Void doesn't have a lot of units left to really buffer, so he might as well get in there and get the value while he can. He is going to pull out... Looks like he's going to cycle charge with some Vargeists.
Yes. Over here, we're actually going to shatter some of the Chosen Halberds. But also, of course, this is a lot of expensive Chaos Infantry, so you are going to get value here from Void, and a lot of it. He's actually very smartly not engaging with Carstein and actually not engaging with the Necromancer. But the Necromancer is going to get caught! And that thing there...
Yeah.
I don't know how Archie doesn't have fire damage for his flame, for his sword. How does he not have fire damage?
Because he has magic damage. Because of course he does. It's intuitive that a flaming sword would do magic damage. What are you talking about?
It's the same as the Knights, man. The Knights of the Blazing Sun, they have magic resistance, not fire resistance. It makes no sense to me. But, you know, we don't question this. We move on. But we need to get those... Yeah, that is really confusing. Even lore, it doesn't make sense. But anyway, we're going to move in. The Vargeists are getting ripped apart here. They are certainly struggling. One unit is going to be going down, 470 health. But actually, Crumble is going to be in the favor of the Vampire Counts. Of course, that means they're going to be crumbling. And no value is going to go towards the Chaos. So actually,
Archie is zoning out Vlad pretty hard here. Every time he tries to come uphill, Archie just downhill charges at him and he has to run away.
Same comes from both sides, though. Of course, he's also going to be bringing Archie away from that force as well.
Yeah.
But he's going to be 886.
The last of the Graveguard fall, though.
It's going to be Vargeist just cycle charging Archie in the force. We now are going to have to push him with Vlad von Carstein. It's going to be a duel of heroes here. We slam in, both charging. Big hit from Archie on Vlad. Vlad is down to 213 health. Does he go down? 168, -6.
Crumbling a bit. One of the Vargeists is dead. The other is very injured. The Necromancer is super low. Everything's like heal capped around here.
Yep.
But Chaos has got this.
And there we go. Vlad falls in the middle. Necromancer 670 health. Negative 55 leadership. That is going to be army losses kicking through. GG's well played to Bobman. He will go at about 11k. Yes, he will. But 15.7 for Void. Excellent stuff.
See you, Muckluck.
Oh, it was a pleasure being here. I have to step away. It was awesome watching Honeynut and Void play. Great commentary from both hosts. Catch you all later. Cheers, dude. You take care, buddy. Not sure because it's not fire. He is evil. That's why his sword is burning like fire. I mean, in lore he should win. Well, Archeon should win, or Vlad should win. I'm pretty sure Archeon should win in lore, right?
In lore, Archeon, yeah. Yeah, he really should.
Void goes with
Vlad's
0% remaining.
tough, but the biggest thing, if we're going to get too lore nerdy about it, the biggest thing for Vlad is he has the Von Karstein ring, that if it's attached to his hand, he'll always come back to life. But Archeon with the Eye of Ashurian in his helmet, the big glowing red eye, it would tell him about the ring, and he would definitely cut it off of Vlad's hand when Vlad died. So Vlad's biggest trick wouldn't work.
This is true, and I think even if you don't take that into consideration, you're still going to say that he's going to win in a combat duel where he does kill him. But even if he does come back, he's still won. If you know what I mean. I think he's just way too strong, Archeon. I think. But yes, I think what you're saying is true. I think it is strong. God damn, 2.5k for Belagar, 566 and 1,300 for Thori Ironbrow. We got 270 for the Dwarf Warriors, 355, 216, and 311. With the Slayers at 580, with 620 and also 840 there for the Flame Cannon. What about Void? What have we got?
2,500 for Vlad. Necromancer didn't get much. He's a battery. The Vampire Caster that ran over to the other fight got 1,800 value. Zombies all got about 100.
Oh, 201.
Graveguard. Yeah, the Graveguard Great Weapons got about 1,400, 1,600, 1,000, and 1,300. So they did excellently. And then the Vargai Siege got 1,500.
Still very strong. Because they're about 1,000 each. It's 950 for the Graveguard Great Weapon. So really performing well here. And of course, a lot of that crumbling, not going to give any value here to the remainder of the opponent. So very strong indeed. So let's pop through a Bobman. Got 168 kills, 3.7k for Archie. And he was on foot. So very well played. Some nice and good transfer bonus. 700 for the Chaos Warriors, with 840 for the second for 143 kills. 760 for the Chaos Warriors. Great weapons at 370 and 144 kills for 780. For the Chosen, 109 for 1,000 damage value, and here for the Halberds for the Chosen, 1.7 and 200. So yeah, so great stuff. What about Rusty? What are we seeing?
928 for Katep on his Casket of Souls. The Skeleton Frontline all got about 100. Nekar Warriors unfortunately didn't trade very well. 150 and 300 for them. Yeah, Halberds about 380 and 400. And Skeleton Horsemen about 100 apiece. They're good at chasing down units, and none of the Chaos units ran away. Ushabti Great Bow averaged about 700, 450 for one, and 900 for the other. The other Casket of Souls, 1,100. Caskets did well. Everything else seemed to struggle against that extremely heavy armor Chaos build, and getting flanked by some vampire counts really.
The biggest, most unfortunate problem for Rusty, he was counted against 3 strong factions against him. Like Dowie, Chaos, and Vampire counts are 3 strong counters. It's a very tough matchup. For him.
For some reason, your lobby only has 3 spots open. I don't know why.
Can happen when somebody leaves, I think. There we go. So we are going to have all contender from the Lovers squads. All right, who's jumping in? We got Forpona, we got Caradoc. Who's going to get in? Captain Morgan. Hey, wait, what's going on here? Captain Morgan, you just missed an unfortunate best of 7 between VoidLolz and RTK Honeynut. But at the end here, we are going to be doing 2 games of free-for-all before we finish out today.
Yar.
Hey, it don't matter. We win or learn. That's true, Mr. Rusty. That is true. That is very true. So we do have a second map. I picked Troll Country. Which one would you like to see next, Mr. Human Boy?
I like the city one. Which one is that? Is it the Steps of Isha? No.
Yes, that is the city.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I love the city map.
Steps of Isha next.
All right, we have all 4 players. Caradoc popped in.
Mr. Caradoc, right, let's get this going. Ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get up. I realised last time I didn't actually put up the things you guys couldn't see. But now you can. There we go. So we are going to actually update the scoreboards as well. So scores on the doors. So we had...
Scores on the doors.
Yeah, so normally those that stay in, I put their scores on. So, of course, like, Void won one, so he's staying in. So he got a 1 win. And then on the other one, we had Bobman. Bobman came in as well. So Bobman is also staying in. So we put the 2 names that are staying in, we put them at the top.
Gotcha.
So properties, we have RTK Bobman.
All right, we need the factions, boss. Oh, you're on it. Okay.
I'm on it. Properties. Oh, it does this. It does this.
You roll the things, I'll tell the people. Starting with Contende.
Contende. Let's get the memeiest one from Contende. We keep rolling until we get the biggest memeiest thing we can find. You going Twitch after? Yes, sir. I'll be doing a Twitch a little bit later tonight. Ooh, Kroggar for the Lizard Men. Yes, I like it. I love Kroggar on a horned one, or mostly Grimlock. Grimlock is like the most OG, but like I like him on a horned one as well. But yes, I will be Rusty. I will be playing tonight. Maybe a come at me, bro, something like that. Ooh, who's second in line?
Void.
Void is going to be getting Codex Sun Eater. I love it. Oh yeah, I forget that it's Cav Beta Patch. Yeah, I'm on Cav Beta Patch from now on. Yeah. Ooh, Marcus Wolfheart for the Empire for number 3. Is that Bobman?
Yep.
Bobman is for Marcus Wolfheart. Yes, yes. And who have we got next? Who have we got next?
Caradoc, sorry.
Durthu. Ooh, yes. I'm about a bit of Durthu. Yes, sir. So, we turn off that display capture and we move on. And we move back to the legends. So, Durthu here for Caradoc as well. Now, we are going to be on the steps of Isha, the Shining Summit. He appears to be on High Elves.
I think he's looking for Durthu.
Ah. That's the one. That's the one. Nice, 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 nice. Now, 10k, what are you bringing here as, just roughly, if you're Lizardmen, what are you bringing? What are you coming in with?
I usually take Engine of the Gods because it's a hard meme, but if you're actually playing serious,
No, it's meme. Anything you want. What are you bringing? What are you bringing in this? What are you doing? How are you doing it?
Sorry. Bobman asked me a question about the rules, but I just informed him. I would probably go Kroggar on his T-Rex, a Skink Oracle with Earthblood, and then Flock of Doom, most likely. An Engine of the Gods, and then whatever money I have left, I'd probably put into 360 Skink Skirmishers or Chameleon Skinks. And then I just run around with my Dino Squad. If they ever surround me with halberds, I nuke myself with the Engine of the Gods, kill all those halberds.
Love it.
And it's just fun. Just a good time.
So Void has been asked to bring the double giant, by the way. So I DM'd him saying bring the double giant.
All right. Well, I'm stuck watching his build
Hey,
because I'm in
Crypto.
that weird position, so I can verify whether or not he is obeying the will of YouTube chat.
It's up to him. There's no pressure. There's no pressure.
I feel pressure.
I feel pressure as well.
All right, Void feels the pressure.
He might do, but I don't feel it.
I can guarantee you he feels it right now.
But yes, so it seems to be that Full Predator just says because he's evil that his flaming sword is just magically on fire. I just think he should have flaming attacks, because, you know, why not?
If Volkmar can have fire and magic attacks, Archaon can.
Yeah, I can agree. Also, like, if the Empire Amber Wizard has a flaming sword, he should have flaming attacks. I don't care. Don't come here with the flaming swords if you don't have flaming attacks. Listen, if you're going to come in as Dundarian, you need to have, with your flaming sword, you need to have flaming attacks. Straight up.
Yeah.
No pressure.
I got
We'll
so
be upset. Go on.
I got so paranoid, dude, when I was sending Void his winnings, because he sent me 2 days ago. He sent me his
Oh, is it?
email.
Is it Alec Rowell?
No, 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 no. It's
Oh,
it's something. It's something else. I'm not gonna shout out his thing here because that could be problematic if people emailed him stuff. But it was like I sent the stuff there, and then just after I sent the stuff, he's like, "Great," and then he sends me another email, and it's the same one, but I got so paranoid that it was like, no, you should do this one. And I sent the winnings for my tournament to 13, which is 100, and then the 60 from today. I was worried I sent them all to some random, and I would have to pay it again to Void.
oh no,
But
God, yeah.
it looks like they're the same one, so I think he was just making
So
sure.
when I first sent the winnings to Void in my first tournament, I had to send it to somebody else. And I was like, Void, this is not you. He's like, oh no, no, send it here, and then he's going to send it to me. And I was like, oh, okay. And then only afterwards I realised, I went, oh, I was sending it to Alec Rowell. And I was like, oh, okay. And then obviously Alec Rowell just sent him the money, and I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's funny. I had to do something like that earlier with him. I forget who it was that I was messaging through, but it was just like it was a player that retired a long time ago, and I was like, "Are you that person? Like, you just made a new account?" And he's like, "No, they're just a friend of mine."
Oh, right, fair enough.
But
Love it.
for a second there, I was like, "Who are you?" Oh, who? Damn it, who was it? I don't remember. They were on Turin's channel in like Warhammer 1 days, but I don't remember those. That's like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I was not around then.
Archaon has fire because nobody simply walks into Mordor. It would help, chaos with regenerating monsters if Archaon could have fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if any of the lords do.
I mean, they got Flaming Sword of Ruin, right? I guess.
Yeah.
I just don't see enough people playing like if we talk competitively, I like Flaming Sword of Ruin against vampire counts. Like, I just think it's really good. You know, put it on the Chosen Halberds, and you just like delete Vargolfs. Just like bye bye. See ya.
It is very good. It's just weird none of their lords have natural fire attacks because what if something has like magic
I mean,
resistance?
Sigvold with flaming attacks, they can also like singly delete like large monsters with regen would just be vile.
Oh, I wasn't saying Sigvald. It's just weird that none of their lords
Okay. Let's talk seriously. How do you deal with Sigvold? What do we do about him?
Sigvald?
He's so much of a meme that he's good. Like, he's just like disgustingly good. How do you deal with him? What do we do
All right,
about him?
some people are gonna get mad at me for saying this, but recently I've just been spirit leeching him, and then he dies in a whimper, and he never gets to fight. And I don't know why people don't do that. If the argument is, well, he's gonna regen, yeah, but he's gonna regen anyway. I mean, you eventually have to deal all that health, and I found with
This is
like
true. Yeah.
4 spirit leeches, he's down to a quarter health, and then depending on what faction you're playing, you can usually hit him with a terror-causing monster or something and get him out of there. And it's just like, I recently haven't been struggling with him.
He's got ITP, right? Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Even if he does,
Oh, do you know, man,
still most
this-
terror-causing monsters will hit him with
This
like
is
a shock.
Cool map, dude. This is a cool map. Oh, it's got a rainbow as well. Look at that. This is
Yeah,
is
it's the
very-
best map.
Yeah, it's a high off map. It's pretty minging, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah,
It's a good map. Free for all in a city is always
Those little
is
camps.
always
Little
welcome.
camps. Where we can come and just raid and pillage up against all these sneaky, pompous high elves. Alright, let's go through the chaos. Tell me what we see. What have we got from Void today?
We have Double Giant, as requested by the chat. Kolek Sun Eater. We have a Chaos Sorcerer of Fire with Burning Head, and a Metals Caster with Final Trans and Searing Doom. That is a lot of Winds of Magic you're counting on having, Sir Void.
He does have
3 Chaos
double,
Marauders.
He has the double ability, though, doesn't he? He has the double.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dealing himself damage.
Double
Ballsy.
Forbidden Rod. He's going to be stroking those rods in the background. Dirty boy. With the double scroll shielding as well, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, triple Horsemen, triple Marauders. Otherwise, it's the 5 single entities. Pretty simple.
Pretty easy. Alright, so in the back here for... Oh my god. Okay, so for the Lizardmen, we are going to have double Temple Guard, including the Star Chamber Guardians, with Krogark for Contende on top of Grimlock. He will be having Hand of the Gods, Swiftness of Itzel, Deadly Onslaught, and Sacred Spawning of Exotil, Seek Oracle, with Foeseeker, Earthblood, Flock of Doom, and Opal Amulet, and the Ancient Stegodon Engine of the Gods with the Burning Alignment, as well as the Potent of Warding, and the Arcane Configuration. So, god damn, that's a force.
Uh-oh.
What's next? So tell me, what's on?
Do you see Bobman's army?
You go through Bobman, let's go through it. I can see units.
Well, yeah,
dotted
do you
around.
see where it is?
Yes, it's completely vanguarded.
Yes, right next to a bunch of wood elves that are ready to kill them. So we have a bunch of Free Company militia as the Sterling's Revenge, another Free Company militia. It looks like 3 of them because they can vanguard. We have 3 huntsmen, including the White Wolves. We have Outriders with grenade launchers, also vanguarded. And in the front, we have Marcus Wolfhard. They are standing literally on top of Durthu, who's going to club them as soon as the game starts. He also has a light wizard in the sky with
you know
net
something
and
else
ships.
about it? It's a full range army.
Yes.
Because he bought Shemsman and Gaze as well. Alright, so for the Wood Elves, we are going to have Durthu here with his Sword of Daith and Transformation. Now, surprised we're going to see Transformation and not also Flock of Doom, because Sword of Daith and Flock of Doom is a lovely partnership. Great Stag Knights here in the middle. Just amazing armor-piercing units. Branch Wraith, pretty obvious why. Earthblood and, yeah, Calling of the Woods. We are seeing the front line, some Eternal Guards with the shields. Oh no, just normal Eternal Guards, Eternal Guards, Eternal Guards, and the rest of the force is, in the front here. We are going to see some great Stag Knights. That seems to be it. God, that's expensive there. Do forget we are on 10k.
Yes. It is very expensive. I think Bobman's going to be in real big trouble.
Oh, we're all over this. Oh my god, yeah, he has 2 more great Stag Knights. Oh, and the Sisters of Thorn. They are literally all over each other. We have started, and you're right, immediately thumps into the Free Company militia. They're going to run. Net immediately goes down here on the Great Stag Knights. Durthu and catches the Branch Wraith. We are going to be grounding and pounding here with the Free Company militia. Oh, the Sisters of Thorn! No, oh my
Indeed.
god!
Sisters of Thorn are getting crunched, but the Great Stag Knights on the backside are now coming in, and they are going to do a ton of damage.
Yeah, they're going to be punching up against those huntsmen. Grenade launchers getting out of there, though. Those grenade launchers were thumping into the flank of the Sisters of Thorn. Shield of Thorn's down on them. But what about Durthu?
Durthu's walking in. Another net comes in, this time from the Light Wizard. But there's just nowhere, there's no one shooting right now, which is a big problem. They're all running away. Let's go to the other side of the map. Chaos is already engaging with the Lizardman. It looks like Contende is not running from this fight at all.
He's going to be going straight in. We do see the Skirmish Cavalry is going to be falling into Krokgar. 95 armor for him and 95 armor pretty much across the board with 130 there for the Stegodon. So that's not going to do too much. You might be able to hit pretty well into the Temple Guard. They don't have bronze shields, so I think you just go for it here. I think you just push forward. This map is not going to be easy to traverse or cast, in fact. But you can see here in the middle, we can see the double Chaos Giant is going to go forward. I honestly have no idea who wins. We need to start using the Skink Oracle, though.
Yeah, the Engine of the Gods is pretty good, especially in a clustered space like this.
Oh, and the Gods miss! Oh, that's a big miss. And
That
how
is a
do you
big
miss Kolek there? I don't know, but we need to get that Skink Oracle in. He needs to start deleting Kolek. He needs to thwap some of those shots in. But over here, it looks like everything is breaking over here from the sides of the Wood Elves and also the Empire. Looks like the Wood Elves are going to be getting the best side of things here.
Oh, yeah. They are definitely very happy with what's been going on.
Full cavalry up against full range is never going to go well. I mean, I love it from Bobman. This is the meme that the people needed, not the people deserved. But we're definitely going to get it.
Yeah.
Death is pretty healthy.
I said we have the Engine of the Gods coming down at last. There's no net to hold anything in place. I think they're just counting on Void not noticing that that's an Engine of the Gods. And it actually gets a pretty decent hit onto some Chaos Marauders.
Yeah, not too bad there. It's also going to stop them from pushing forward, to be fair, once the monsters go at it here. In the middle, we can't see the... oh my god, yeah, they are going to be thumping. We are going to get hit back here with the Stegodon. Pretty decent melee attacks there, though. Kolek is going to have the Scroll of Shielding, Stand or Die, and so we are going to have Star Crusher going down as well.
Overcasted Final Trans is coming in on this whole Lizardman blob, though, and you're going to see Void just rocket up in points, probably.
Yeah, he's certainly grabbing hundreds here. There's going to be lots of damage going down. Kolek is thumping Krokgar. Krokgar is getting deleted here. We are going to explode, unfortunately, here. That Swiftness of Itzel is not going to push away the Chaos Giants. 65 melee attack and 600 armor-piercing weapon strength is a pretty good counter, I think. What's your thoughts?
Now, Kolak is taking a lot of damage here, though, so it's not all sunshine and rainbows for the Chaos Force. And these Temple Guard are doing good damage against the Giants. But another Searing Doom coming in is going to do a lot of damage unless Contende can dodge, but doesn't look like he will.
Contender takes that to the face, but what have we got here for the Wood Elves? The Wood Elves are going to be pretty strong online here. They are going to get into the Light Wizard. He's going to be going down, but here we are still going to be kiting with Marcus Wolfheart. He's going to be hidden, but we should be able to turn and burn as we do see the Grey Stag Knights moving in with the Sisters of Thorn.
I think Bobman is about out of units, honestly. I think it's just Wolfheart and the Mage that haven't shattered at this point.
360 no-scope on the Grey Stag Knights. Did you see that?
I did not. I was not zoomed in enough. Contende's pulling away from the Chaos Force.
I don't think he can afford to run here, but he is going to be losing an engagement pretty hard. He does have Earthblood, though, so he can do some good work. Oh, no! No, the poor Ancient Steggy. Come on, Sheila, you can get away. I believe in you. Oh, thwapping. So we are going to miss there. He's missed with so many shots on this map. I think Oracle is struggling. We missed with the Hand of the Gods as well. Hand of the Gods could delete... Oh, as I speak of it, hit to the face. It did nothing. It did nothing.
It doesn't have great armor piercing values, and Kolak is 95 armor.
I see.
I think if Contende can lead the Chaos Force over to the Wood Elves, get the Wood Elves to help him out, maybe that would be good for him. Marcus is very trapped up in Great Stag Knights. He's not having a good time.
We can see here, though, healing coming down. We do actually have an isolated Chaos Giant, though. Is that going to go down, though, to Grimlock? He gets a whack and a return punch as well. Grimlock is going to get away, though. Overcasted Earthblood. Ancient Stegodon. We are fighting. We could lose a Chaos Giant here. Where's the second one? He's pretty healthy. So we are going to go back over to Marcus Wolfheart. What do we see here?
I think he is still just doing Footlord things where he won't die because he's small, but he is slowly losing that combat.
I love that. I love the description. He's going to be doing Footlord things. He is going to break, though, and I think that's going to be GG's well played there to Bobman. 4.3k, though. You know, relatively well considering the memes that were brought.
Ancient Stegodon's fighting its best against Kolak, but it is slowly going to lose, especially the Chaos Giant
it got
coming in to
thumped,
help
and
out.
it falls.
Yeah. It's Void versus Caradoc now. They're both 9,000 in score, very far ahead of their opponents.
A Flock of Doom, though, on the Royal Horseman. They are going to be chasing the Sync Oracle. He is going to break. What sort of speed? 75 up against 90. He will break and he will get removed. We need that damage, though, so it might even be worth letting him come back here, get a bit of kite on him, maybe. In the back, we are going to be using the Forbidden Rod here on the Metal Caster, and it looks like we've used quite a few on the Fire Caster as well. Oh, we actually have some Temple Guard at the top. Have you seen this? Star Chamber Guardians here on the back left.
Wait, they're still alive?
Yeah. Star Chamber Guardians could actually butcher the day here of the Chaos Sorcerer of Metal if you're not careful.
I mean, they're very low on health, but yeah, they could do some.
I genuinely think we do have a Dubsky here for probably Caradoc, I think. I know Void is winning. I think he's winning, but we have double weak casters that are very valuable, and Kolek is weak, and we've only got one Chaos Giant left. We have Earthblood here on the side. Oh, Krokar's running away. If we could get a Hand of the Gods here on Durfu or something, that'd be really nice, because that fire damage will do increased damage. Oh, Bobman's still alive in the backside. No way.
Yeah.
We still have
he used both of his Hand of the Gods, by the way. There's nothing there.
Oh, yeah, he has used both of them.
One miss, one hit. Yeah, we have some White Wolves. We have Free Company Militia now. Those aren't the stalking variety. They aren't the Sterling's Revenge or anything.
Which is a shame.
But
Shattered is going to be something there in the background. I can't quite see that. Oh, that's going to be the Huntsman that stuff and find their way off the battlefield. I feel like some units that break as well, or like Shatter, really struggle to find their way off the edge of the map sometimes. It's almost like they have a set location to leave. It's a bit strange sometimes.
yes.
Temugard are still going to be holding there in the back. They're really not
Krokar's turning and fighting.
What's that, sorry?
Krokar's turning and fighting.
Where?
There are so many great Stag Knights.
Let's go, Krokar!
He's getting absolutely mulched. Oh, it does so much damage. Great Stag Knights are really good, apparently, at killing single entities.
Yeah, they have so much armor piercing. The 69 armor piercing weapon strength. I don't know how much of that's armor piercing. It's quite a lot, actually. Yeah, 46 armor piercing per model is pretty strong. It's pretty strong.
Bobman might be out. All right, his last unit shatters. He's out.
Out.
Contende's still technically in it because of those Star Chamber Guardians.
And of course, they lost their lords, so they're going to be negative 16 leadership, negative 47 from that damage sustained. But their flanks are secure, so very good from them. But we could move them off there with the Marauder Horsemen, of course. We could probably see that there, actually. They're not going to be hidden, so we could probably see that. But I think here, this is where the fight's going to come down. We need to use the Skirmish Cavalry here to its main effect. Delete this infantry.
Unshielded, unshielded, unshielded. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sisters of Thorn are moving in as well. They got great weapon strength, 42 poison. They can certainly do some great work. Well, they're going to be kiting and moving. How do they fire from that range? God damn it. That's some range. Crockett decided to bring Hand of the Dogs instead. Yeah. Not Hand of the Gods. Yeah, it unfortunately, yeah, as you said, up against Kolek wasn't going to do much damage. It might have done better up against the Chaos Giant, actually, now I think about it.
Yeah, it only has 30 armor. It could have done
a lot
decently
more damage
there.
Because I normally use Hand of the Gods majority against Wood Elves with the little men up against the Sisters in the Sky, because the Hand of the Gods just deletes them.
Yeah, it does.
And it's super fun to watch them just like die in one shot.
I like it against Tomb Kings a lot.
Yeah, Tomb Kings, you can just like thump all lords. It's so fun. Alright, so Branch Wraith down to 1.9k health, just a titch under 2,000. Def is going to be pretty good here, so we are going to be kiting, but of course we are going to get some Earthbloods from the majority of the big stuff, and also some of the cavalry that's going to be really important here. We are going to kite the front line here. Void is just going to be keeping kiting. He is going to use all the ammunition here from his cavalry. We have just one unit of Marauder Horsemen left as we move in with the Star Chamber Guardians. Now, what do you reckon? Do you reckon he's going to get 3k value on these Star Chambers with 1.1k health, 26 models? Do you reckon it's going to be possible?
Probably.
Yeah,
yep,
I think
he's
so
going to
too.
do it.
I think so too. I think it's the second place here in the bag for Contender as long as he doesn't mess it up.
I do think Caradoc is going to win. I don't see these 3 Chaff Marauders. Now, that is important to remember that those are Chaff. Those aren't good units. And now the Horsemen are out of ammunition. The Great Stags are probably going to run shop over all this. And I don't see a single giant carrying it.
I think what you need to do now is you need to move in your Marauders to delete the Spears and then just cycle charging over the top with the Cavalry. Try and see if you can just delete these Spearmen. Because if you delete the Spearmen, you should be able to clear out shot the splash damage here from the Chaos Giant and the Kolek. That is a way you could do it, I think. Maybe with a Final Transmutation, potentially. What do you think?
Final Trans would be good. It'd be good for points. I think Durthu can 1v2 the giant Kolek at this point.
Yeah, possibly.
Durthu's kind of a monster in combat.
Durthu is a monster in combat. 73 melee attack, but he's only got 48 melee defense, so he's not huge on that melee defense. But we've got 46 for Kolek, and the giant is only 31 as well, yeah, so he should be able to dumpster hit pretty hard. 96 leadership, 110 armor, 517 armor piercing weapon strength. Oh no! Sort of Dave going down here on top of Codex, so he can't get involved, and neither can the Giant. They're both going to take damage as well over time. It may just be ticks of damage, but all damage is helpful here.
And Codex sub 1,000 now.
Yep, Codex going to be thumping here up against some of the Great Stag Knights, but he can't stay for too long. In comes Durthu. Big hunt to the face there. Oh, Codex going to get out. Oh, Sandal Die going down. Oh, it looks like he is going to be using his abilities.
That is a Final Trans.
Final Transmutation in the pocket. That is going to catch quite a few units. Caradoc now is up to 10,100. 12,600 here for Void. I don't know if there's going to be enough left here to win. I mean, he's going to get 2,000 for winning, but a lot of this is going to break. But can he grab the value? I don't think he can here.
He still has to kill the giant.
Look at Durthu. Look at Durthu. Durthu's getting wrecked.
He's taking a lot of damage. He's dealing a lot of damage, though. The giant has a massive health pool, so percentages can be deceiving with it. Great Stag Knights are running in. They're going to kill Kolek now. And he is within range.
Oh, we now have a big fight here. Breath Attack coming in. We are going to break with the Chaos Giant. That's a lot of value there. 12,000 here for Caradoc. He should win now. That's some nice work. I think if we manage to kill... We did manage to kill Durthu there with the 2 going in with the caster. I think we win, but of course the Earthblood coming in, breaking the rest. That is going to be pretty much army losses there for the boys.
But the Temple Guard!
With the Temple Guard, easily going to get 6,000 value here.
The Temple Guard!
Easily, 20 models, they're going to be getting the value here. They actually haven't got a single successful hit in that entire push from Contende. I don't know what he was thinking, Human Boy. He had one opportunity to get 6,000 damage value with one unit of a 22 model Star Chambers, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it.
Bobman refuses to believe, he typed in the chat, refuses to believe that full Vanguard Empire was bad.
Yeah, I refuse to believe it as well. I think actually there was a bug in the game on this map specifically that made that perform poorly. I don't know if you agree with that.
Definitely.
100%. 100%.
Also,
Right.
Caradoc cheated. Everybody cheated.
Everyone that came above Bobman just cheated. Straight up.
Yeah, they just cheated.
Alright, so I'll pop in with Void. Let's start with Void here. We've got 3,650 for Codex Sun Eater. 31 for the Firecaster. I actually don't think he cast a single... Oh my god. 3.6k damage value for the Chaos Sorcerer of Metal. Final Transportation, ladies and gentlemen, is very well balanced. We got 1.5k there and 1,700 for the Chaos Giant. 84, 350 and 200 for the Chaos Marauders, with 800, 827 and 600 for the Marauder Horsemen. Mr. Ducky, what's up, my buddy? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Come on and tell us, what about Mr. Contende? How did he get on?
With only 5 units, this is going to be a quick one. 1,700 with Krokgar, 1,100 with the Skink Oracle, 1,100 with Stegodon with the Engine of the Gods, 1,100 with the regular Temple Guard, and 674 with the Star Chamber Guardian.
Yeah, I think he just threw the Star Chambers. Like, poor plays. You know, Contende had the fact that you didn't. Yeah, man, I really threw that at the end, not getting 6k value. I know, dude. Like, you had Star Chamber Guardians, and any Duck will tell you that the Star Chamber Guardian should be getting a minimum of 6k value. I'm sure Ducky will tell you. Alright, so we'll move through. I will do Mr. Caradoc. We have 1,800 for Durthu. We have 125 for the Branch Wraith. We got 2,546 there. 241 kills for the Great Stag Knights. Moderate performance, if you ask me. 1.7k there for 152 kills for the Great Stag Knights. Sisters of Thorn, 1.3k for 108 kills. And for the last unit, oh my god, I mean, I don't even know why he bothered bringing them. Like, 3,350 damage value for the Great Stag Knights with the Silver Chevron. Like, I don't know why he bothered bringing them, Human Boy. Like, just terrible value. Terrible. 450 and 220 and 355 for the Eternal Guards. Yeah, terrible stuff.
Yeah.
What about Bob, man? The man that got robbed here, what happened with him?
1,000 flat on Marcus Wolfhart, pretty much. Lights Caster cast a bunch of nets, so I'm not going to get any value there. Free Company Militia all around 100. Huntsman all around 300-ish. And the RORs also did about as well as their regular variants. Outriders Grenade Launchers did 270. And Mr. America popped into your chat and is like, everyone else hears that second voice, right?
Yes. It's my conscience, Mr. America. It's my conscience.
Yes.
Woodell Victory, says Benzo. Yes, we have Woodell Victory here with Mr. Caradoc. And a great game, actually. It was a great game to cast. Lovely map. And it was pretty fun. So I think what we're going to do, guys, we're going to call it out there. We're going to probably end up today. So I want to say thank you very much to Mr. Human Boy for his amazing casting skills. So thank you very much, sir.
Anytime, buddy. Anytime. And you are too kind.
This has been a blast, actually. I've really enjoyed it. So I think you know, I won't speak for Human Boy, but I'd love to do this again at some point. It's always really fun when you get guys together. We get to commentate together and bring some, you know, funny things into this all. And I'm sure we'll throw up some more events like this in the future.
Yes.
As well as, I think, for everything else, so thank you very much to Void, as well as Honeynut, absolute champions playing, and then we got some great guys of you playing the free-for-all, so some awesome stuff, and thank you to everybody that watched. Yeah, it was really good fun. Anything
I agree wholeheartedly, except for the fun part. Every moment was agony, and I am suffering.
Yeah, we're truly suffering, mostly because Bobman didn't win, but, you know, that's the way it is sometimes. It's the way it is. Sometimes you get cheesed by the map, and that's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is. All right, you take care, buddy.
You take care, dude, and I'll see you later. So thank you very much to everyone that watched today. Obviously, go check out Human Boy. Go like, comment, subscribe on all his stuff because he's a great content creator. And the same here on my stuff if you like me as well. You know the good things to do. I'm going to be streaming a little bit later. I'm going to be popping onto Twitch. I'll be doing some sort of multiplayer stuff or definitely something Warhammer related today. And maybe you guys can do a bit of a come at me, bro. I'm a bit rusty, so maybe you can come teach me a few things on the new Cav beta and we can have some fun there. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.